This is the How Is He podcast, a deep dive into Carlow soccer with Podge and Papa, proudly sponsored by Curra Sports. Let's kick it off.
Just before we start, Podge, before you do your introduction, I want to say a few words on Oogie Williamson, who passed away. He was our first sort of coach, along with Frank Power and Tom Keogh in Hanover. Great man. We used to get, there was no dressing rooms in the plots at the time, and I'd say teams used to come looking for us. We'd be talking out in his sitting room and out through the laneway and out to the back of the pitch at the time. That's where we used to play on the bottom pitch. There was no top pitch at the time.
Oh, go ahead.
And there was all the matches on the bottom pitch. There was no juveniles then. We only started in 1993 sort of before we got going, and Oogie used to jump in with us and train. He's one of them lads that was just really good club man, and used to get involved in the games with us. So he was a right little player, a great footballer for the Blues as well. And he passed away during the week, so I just want to dedicate this episode to his family, if that's okay. A great club man, and rest in peace, Oogie.
Rest in peace is right. Welcome to episode 41 of the How Is He podcast, joined as always by my co-host Paul Popadowling, here in the new home, the amazing Amplify Studios, right in the heart of Carlow. This week we will look at results, upcoming fixtures. We've Podge versus Papa, and we're joined by a guest, a legend in Carlow soccer, a man who managed Burn Celtic from 1991 to 2015.
That's some stat, isn't it?
Where he picked up 20 trophies. That's 20 trophies in 24 years. Carlow Premiers, Carlow Leagues, Carlow Cups, Carlow Shields, the whole lot. He's also a massive follower of the national team, both home and away. Having went to Euro 88, Italia 90, USA 94, Japan in 02, and many, many more. Over 300 plus games following Ireland. A massive welcome onto the podcast, the one and only Johnny Nolan.
Johnny, the legend Johnny Nolan.
How's things?
Oh, good. Very good.
Keeping well?
Still alive anyway.
Hard to kill a bad thing, Johnny.
Papa, we'll go over the results.
Okay.
Johnny, I have a few questions for you. We'll get into it in a few minutes. We'll go over the results. Do you still follow the league?
Oh, I do, yeah.
Did you go to many games?
I go to an odd game, yeah.
That's been around. You're in the plots there all game, weren't you?
Yeah, I go to Burn Celtic when they're playing.
Oh, Saturday nights?
Yeah, Saturday nights.
What do you make of that, Johnny, Saturday night soccer? I think it's a good thing or bad?
Well, it's a good thing.
Do you ever think you thought you'd see it in Carlow? Friday, Saturday, Sunday games?
It's a good thing because if you have young players, especially if they're going to the nightclubs, the Foundry or somewhere, they can lie on then of a Sunday morning.
Yeah, you won't get them out of bed, won't you?
No. I used to have to get lads out of bed years ago.
Different lads all, Johnny. I remember playing against them lads.
Yeah.
We used to be drunk playing each other.
I had two lads playing for me one time. Both of them are living in New York now, but I used to call them. The mother would tell me them boys weren't at home. But one night I seen the bedroom window open. I got in through the window about 7 o'clock in the morning.
You did not?
I did. And the two lads got in. Oh, jeez, guess who's here? One lad said to her, two O'Briens were their names. Kevin and Buddy O'Brien. Swanee and Buddy O'Brien. 30 goals a season, each of them would score.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Fuck. Spare, come on. Premier Division pop out. We'll start.
Yeah.
We'll go Sunday and work our way back. 2-2 Vale and Parkville.
Yeah, there was
2-2 Hanover and Bagnall.
Oh man, sickened. I was 30 seconds away from being level with you in the Podge versus Pop-Up. I know I'm a mile off you. Yeah, shut up anyway. Yeah, no, look, it was we were 1-0 up at half time. Obviously Bagnall were fighting for their lives trying to stay in the league. Then we got Owen Byrne got a great second goal. Took it off the goalkeeper sort of, and heading towards his own to the sideline, down towards the bottom pitch, and took a great turn, and the goal he was trying to get back into the goal. And he shot from the sideline and buried it in the top of the net. Yeah, brilliant goal. Absolutely brilliant. And then 90 minutes, made a few changes. Didn't do what I wanted him to do. The young lads would come on. Didn't hold up the ball. It was too easy for Bagnall to get in at us. And I had to take on out centre forward and put him in a different position. And Andy Kane, I rate him as a really, really good centre half. And he scored a rocket for 25 yards in the top corner. And that was the 90th minute. And the 92nd minute, to have momentum then. And when you have a centre forward like Danny who's hassling you, you know. And then they have the good players and they would great ball into the box, and Ben could only parry it, and I don't know what, the boys just stopped playing. It was just
froze.
No, I don't think froze is the right word, Podge. I think naive would be another word. Okay. Young, you know what I mean, but didn't do enough to keep the ball. Like I remember shouting at one of my players was 90 before Bagnall scored, and I was like, it was 3v2, and he was heading to the corner, like, and I said, keep the ball. So he shoots from the sideline, and I'm going, what are you doing? It's not fucking dark out, like. Do you know what I mean? And then the ball goes up, 30 seconds later, it's in the back of our net. And And then going, we could have kept the ball and got a throw or foul him up there, or whatever you do. But look, you learn as you go along, don't you?
Yeah.
But look, at no ill feeling towards Bagnstown. I was just fuming over the game as Hanover coach to be 2-0 up with 3 minutes to go and not win the game. Anybody would, wouldn't it? Yeah, so look, it is what it is.
Vale Wanderers Parkville, didn't hear anything about that, no?
I just heard it was a quick game, yeah. Vale were leading twice and Parkville equalised fairly quickly after Vale scored, so.
I don't know what's going on with Parkville, that's I really don't. It's a shame because I said every week to have a wealth of players there that could.
They're back in Johnny. You know. Johnny, that was your main competitor, really, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
That Parkville team with David James and Rookie and all the boys. That was a great Parkville team, like.
In the Whites Pharmacy Division 2, on the Sunday morning, Bagnstown 5, Parkville United B 3. I think Bangladesh run away with that league, are they?
I think so, yeah.
In Division 3, Burn Celtic B 1, Ballymurphy 4. Were you at that, Johnny?
No, I wasn't, no.
Burn Celtic B playing Sunday morning, Johnny?
Yeah. This was anyway.
Yeah.
It was in the Valley as well. Critty Yard 0, Noak won the Shield semi-final. On the other side of that,
I heard they deserved it.
Phoenix, Noak.
Yeah, so
I wasn't knowing
I was
that.
talking to people who was at neutrals and they said Noak had the better chances, but Lee Salter started up front for Critty Yard.
And I heard he was very good.
I heard he played very, very well, yeah. Yeah.
I heard that as well. In the other side of that Shield, Phoenix bet Collection 7-2.
I was out at Patch.
Well, talk to me, Goose.
It was the first time ever I was charged into a semi-final of a cup, first of all.
What?
5 were in, yeah. But sure, I thought they were in trouble because 20 minutes into the game, there was a lot looking for the 5 back, but the fog was that heavy. You couldn't see the far sidelines of the field. How the game survived the first half was beyond me. You couldn't see, you could barely make out the linesman on the far side of the
score
field.
when the fog got really bad?
The fog came down after, I'd say 5 minutes into the game. But 18 minutes in, I think it was 5-0 to Phoenix. Like that's, you couldn't. And I don't know what happened, Collection. Like, I think the second and third goal, or the third and the fourth goal, I said it to you last night when we were training, I said it was like as if it was a cup final and they're 1-0 down and it was 3 minutes or 4 minutes to go and they lumped everybody forward. I couldn't believe the gaps in the Collection team. Like, they got in and Ben Dorgan scored a hat-trick. I think Jack Burns scored. Young Raycroft scored. And then Collection got 2 goals back. Great goal from the striker to make a 5-1, and then Steele got one to make a 5-2. And then young Bradley buried the header to make a 6-2. And then second half, they were sort of half-time, they were whinging about the game going ahead, which was too late then. Yeah. And sure, second half started. It was clear, it was gone, the fog was lifted. So, but Phoenix deserved it. They were very good on the night, and you have to say fair play.
It'd make for a good final, won't it?
There'll be a lot of football in that.
It'd make for a good final. Where am I? The ladies, Mill Celtic, this is in the junior. Mill Celtic 3, Ballymackie FC 1, that's in the ladies LFA Junior Cup. In the LFA Junior Shield, Critty Yard 4, Gory Rangers 6. I thought that was the other way around. Critty Yard don't win that, no? No, he didn't. Killy Ladies 3, Ballymurphy 0. And in the Ladies League, Parkville 2, Pats 1. Pats game called off Saturday evening.
Fog as well, was it?
Yeah, I seen a picture of it and she couldn't see the far sideline.
No. Well, look, I seen pictures of the Pats one and it looked as bad as the Collection game. And I was standing in the sideline and everybody in the sideline, different clubs, members of each club, and they were saying this very same thing. They were like, how is this game going ahead?
Well, the linesman would be guessing, I'd say, if the ball went up.
Well, I'd say if the linesman on the side that I was on, if he had to call an offside by a player as close to the far side as possible, he couldn't call it. Yeah. He couldn't make a fair assessment of it by calling it. So how it went ahead, I don't know. But look, I think from the middle of the field, it's different in the referee's perspective when he's in the middle of the field, and you can say he said he could see both goalposts from the halfway line once they get like that. So that was his call. It went ahead, but take that away from Phoenix, they deserve to be Collection in the night.
Yeah, and as I said, it'll make for a good final.
Yeah.
Is that Paddy's weekend? Is that confirmed?
Someone said that to me, but I don't know after hearing it's the bank holiday weekend in February.
Just not seeing a
2 or 3. I can't see them waiting until that length of time to play a cup final.
Speaking of the bank holiday weekend in February,
talk to me, Goose.
We got a Nixer.
A Nixer, did we?
We have a Nixer.
Cash in hand,
myself and Papa have a little Nixer. Ballymurphy are celebrating 25 years.
Down in Johnny's neck of the woods, are we?
Yeah, we're going down to Ballykeely House. They're having a big do.
Yeah.
Some tickets are still available. Get on to Ballymurphy socials. If you want to go, link in with one of the lads on the socials there and they'll sort you out.
What are we doing, mate? Working behind the bar?
You're serving the soup and I'm serving the foods. There's a couple of special guests. Michelle O'Neill, referee, Paul Gammon, myself for emceeing it.
Lovely.
Delighted to be asked to do it.
Absolutely, yeah. Look forward to that.
Johnny Dunphy and Thomas contacted us, so we'll give them their plug and their show out there. Hopefully it will be a great night. It's on the bank holiday weekend, it's on the Sunday off.
Yeah, a few
So
scoops.
that'll be alright now if the Shield final works out on that Sunday. We'll commentate the Shield final and then we'll MC the...
Cool.
Imagine.
Yeah.
So that's that. Johnny, we have a few questions for you. Not too difficult, too hard. You're clearly in the game a very long time. A massive football fan. Even if you never followed Ireland to a game, you're in the game a long time at junior level. I mean, 20 trophies in 24 years.
Brilliant, yeah.
I actually went down to the Roll of Honour today because I rang a lad to say, Johnny's coming on. I said, how long was it? I said, he was actually involved for 24 years. 20 trophies. No, he said to me, no, he doesn't. So I went down to the Carlow Roll of Honour and I counted them.
Man is wrong there.
Celtic have 22 trophies. And Johnny was involved in 20 of them.
Oh, yeah.
That is some gone. Unbelievable.
What's the 2 trophies you didn't win, Johnny, that you weren't there?
Before he started, one of them was in 88.
Yeah.
One of them was in 89.
Who was over the team then?
I think Seamus Dowling was over the team. And Ger Lawler, I think.
Right.
Tell me about that time. Like, how did you get into it? How did it start? Like, you create an old dynasty there as well. Like, do you know what I mean?
Seamus Dowling, Seamus Cummins, Ger Maher, and Des Ray. They were the 4 people. I don't want to be leaving out anyone now. They're the people that started the club out there.
Yeah.
The Dunphys worked there from the beginning. I got involved. Lord of Mercy and the chap, he came down to my door at my house, Fico Byrne. He was killed in a car accident after.
Well.
Yeah, but the club was nearly gone when he got involved. Himself and Donny Murphy came down to my door and asked me would I manage the club. Fico sold a calf, he was a farmer, to get the club going again. So I said I'd take it on, and that's the way it started out.
Sold the calf?
Yeah.
For registration or for jerseys or
just to get money to register the team to keep it going.
So tell me, you go in then, you take that. Obviously, you're close to the kind of the exit, right?
Nah.
What's the first thing you do when you go in there? Then you took the first team manager's job.
Yeah, well, the season just before, I sort of was in helping a fella.
Right, okay.
For a small bit of time. Gary Moore, Lord of Mercy on him, he died as well.
Yeah.
Anybody live out there, Johnny? What's going on?
Good paper we have.
But I went in and helped him, and I just started from there, really.
How did you attract players?
Went out looking for them.
Was there a wealth?
There was good players there, and they all came in together, and we had to go along and look for a few lads to build it, make it stronger. Mm. So we volleyed the lad, a goalkeeper, and we eventually got him. So when he came in, he made a big difference to us.
Who's the goalie then, Johnny?
Kevin O'Connor, Louis O'Connor's.
Yeah.
He's living in America now as well.
Where?
New York. So he played with us. The first game we got B in the FAI Junior Cup Carlow area final out in Killesh in St. Ansby is 2-1. And after that, we were unbeaten for 2.5 years. After.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's I did not know that now.
Oh yeah.
2.5 years unbeaten. So you would have won it all.
Yeah.
3 trophies.
How did you ever feature in outside competitions, Johnny?
We got to the last 16 at FAI Junior Cup. We were beaten up in Castlebar Celtic. The best.
Big club, right?
Yeah. We stayed the night up there and all, and JJ Kavanagh's bus brought us up, and the bus driver was from Tipperary, and he started to sing in the pub up there. And we came back to Ballin the next day. We stayed the night in Castlebar and came back, and we went back to Joe Niles after the game, and he started singing again, and he left the bus outside the school and he stayed in my house. And then the next morning he came up, and there was another JJ Kavanagh's bus at the school that was to bring children to swimming.
Yeah. And
the second fella came. He says, the bus is here already. Why are you sending me here for these children? He says, it's not supposed to be there. He was below in my house in the bed. But we got to the quarterfinals of the Leinster Senior Cup in 1997. It was on the 26th of November. We played up in Gortakeegan in Monaghan. They were League of Ireland, Division 1. The bet has 4-0. There was snow when we were going up. We had a bus up there as well, but we came back the same night. But we got to we knocked out North End that year from Wexford. We went and won 3-0 in Sacred Heart in Tull after that. Then we played Monaghan.
PGS's.
Last 60 or
That's a fair
quarter,
run.
Port of Wales, yeah.
Or North End is strong then, is what they are now.
Oh, they were good, yeah.
Yeah.
They were very good.
Tell me, like, how big was your squad over, say in your whole time of that 2-year successful period? Did much change in relation to players, or was it the same group constantly?
No, well, we used to bring in 1 or 2, if we could, every season.
Yeah.
Freshen it up, sort of.
Yeah, and we'd bring up some of the young lads from the underage, the youths. So you have to.
Yeah.
Yeah. The juvenile system is very important, isn't it?
Oh, fierce, yeah. You have to have young players coming up.
But like, I mean, I suppose you're a great example of how the club grows as your success grows. Because if you think of where you start, I remember going playing Burn Celtic as a young lad. It was like just one field.
Yeah.
Like, look at how far how much it's grown since then. Like,
I'm sure we have great ticket sellers, a lot of ticket sellers out there. Alice Nolan,
yeah,
poor Lord of Mercy and Seamus Cummins that died there.
yeah.
Jimmy Spikey Nolan used to sell 150 or 60 tickets, 200. Jermar, when he had the shop, Jerry used to sell a rake of tickets out there as well.
Yeah.
But now in the new grounds, they have a shop out there now, and Mary Marr is working out there.
Go ahead.
Tacker's sister.
She said mention her this morning.
Oh, yeah.
So just be in the garage as well.
I know she's
You
in the
couldn't
garage.
aspire
She's in
to
the
kids
club as
all.
well, yeah.
She is, yeah.
That's a woman.
She works in the shop out there. But that's making money for the club as well now.
Yeah. Did you understand how successful you were going to be when you went into the role first?
No, when the 2 lads asked me to take it on, I said, lads, I don't want to be falling out with anyone, or because I know all these people around here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I didn't mind when I got going.
But I mean, I can't go past 2.5 years unbeaten.
So we did Parkville B is in Tullow, 2-1.
That's where it ended.
That's where that run ended. But we picked up again, and
You went on again.
yeah.
What's the most like standout thing you would have won in that period? Like, was it the first one?
The Premier Division, I'd say, the one we won in Crayard. We won 1-0. I think it was the second last game of the season. We bet them 1-0, and we went on and won. Alan Kelly scored a header.
Surprise.
A great cross in from Jimmy Nolan, little Jimmy.
Jimmy, yeah.
He pulled on top of his head and he buried it.
Some man to leave for a small man, wasn't he?
Yeah.
What like, how many nights did you train? How many nights a week did you train?
We trained at 2 nights.
What would you do much in training?
We done mostly physical, and we done a lot of ball work and everything then on the Thursday.
You were talking 3 subs as well, though, Podge. Not
Yeah.
only 5, you know.
Yeah.
Probably a squad of 16 players there on a
about
Sunday morning,
16,
maybe.
17, yeah.
That's all you'd have.
Would you think compared to now that a team back then had to be a lot more fitter than a team now because of the depth?
Yeah, because I think that time, myself, you went to places and you earned your 3 points.
You did, yeah.
I thought the game was a lot more physical than it is now. Especially going to the likes of Bullfill or somewhere. Greyard that time.
But Podge, you'd be naturally fitter because the pitches you're running on. Like, you could be, I remember coming off pitches and you'd have 2 inches of muck on your boots. No lads coming off and have a bit of grass on them and they're wiping them. Do you know what I mean?
And
totally different.
You'd be
like
talking out in the car that time as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would be,
There
yeah.
wasn't that many dressing rooms like there is clubhouses now.
Yeah.
Remember playing a game in Phoenix one time in Enniscorthy? Remember them, Johnny?
Yeah.
He used to talk underneath the trail of a lorry.
Oh, yeah.
The trail of a lorry. It used to be a dump yard, like a dump. And they put grass pitch on it and put stone and gravel and grass and glue or whatever it is. But we played a game down there and we used to have a right crack with them. We had a brawl one time, it was abandoned. Big boxing match, so both teams were fighting, and then we ended up back in the pub for the replay.
Yeah,
we played the replay and back in, and John O'Brien brought a guitar and sang great songs. That's been fighting with your man. 2 hours later, and the boys are having a great crack. Come on back to the pub for soup and sandwiches, as you did a lot of times. Wasn't it, Johnny?
Yeah, we used to always go back. Always go back.
We used to go on, you play. I remember going with Sila one time that was playing with Strefford over in Slaney, and man, we go up and see Big Gabriel for 1 pint after the match.
Who's Big Gabriel?
Gabriel owns the landlord.
Gabriel Deering.
Gabriel Deering,
Yeah.
And it's 10 o'clock that night, you'd be still in Slaney Rovers or in Raffaelli.
I remember
trying to get the van home. So you could drink and drive then.
I remember we played a Shield game again, Old Road Villa in Mooneen Row.
Back at the pub there,
in Mansfields.
Yeah.
But we went back into the pub after. I was with Davy Shannon, and you remember Davy played?
I do, yeah.
And a good few of the boys. And it was nearly closing time we were coming out of it.
Yeah.
But after, Eamon was the best man at my wedding after.
Was he?
He was, yeah.
But that was a common feature, Podge, after games. Same to wonder, Johnny.
Yeah.
Like we used to, not so much, but you're in Ballon, you're playing in Ballon, so you're coming back through Ballon. So you stop in the pub and have a couple of pints. But then you get giddy after 3 or 4 pints like everybody does and you're staying. As you get a lift home. And
would everyone buy into that, Johnny? Like if you're going for a beer or
that time they would.
Yeah.
It's different now.
Why do you think it's different now, though?
Because I think younger people are different now. It's not like years ago. Lads used to go back after the matches. It's a different generation.
And massive, yeah.
Yeah. People don't. I see my own Dermot's my brother's young lad at home, and he doesn't be into drinking at all.
No.
It's fitness and
more interested in the gym.
Yeah.
As he's 90 minutes around the field.
He's into this weightlifting and all this type of stuff. He's no interest in drink. But his age group is like that.
Do you think it affects a group not having that kind of togetherness? Like I know, okay, probably the coaching then was probably different than now, right? And it's probably gone more of a tactical thing now, more of a game of chess, more you're preparing for each game differently, shapes, styles, all that crack. But back then, because you spent that bit more time together, do you think you're a much better unit, like? Do you know what I mean? Don't I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you would be closer, I think. You definitely would be closer. Like, I have there's a lot of, Johnny's the same, a lot of friends in soccer that you drank with after matches. I get a great respect for Johnny and offering him Ballon, and Johnny come into town, he'd meet me for a pint, whatever it is. But it's just completely different. Like, the things that are involved in the game now weren't involved in the game when I was playing and Johnny was managing. There was no tactics boards, there was no systems. It was like 4-4-2. Hump it up to the big ladder front. Let the big centre back mind him, and 2v2 in the middle of the field. Hopefully you get a winger goes by the full back and you score after that. Totally different. Now it's just systems, 3-5-2 or 4-2-3-1, whatever you want to do. You know what I mean? It's completely different. Them days was just flat 4-4-2, mucky pitch. Whoever wants it the most in big games normally got the result they wanted, didn't they?
No,
unless you were unlucky.
Yeah.
Tell me, when did you know it was coming to an end then? Because it was a fair fall from grace, like.
Yeah, well, I'd say when we won the last Premier, see, a few lads went away, and lads the team was getting older.
What year was the last Premier, Johnny?
Just the last one was 2008 or 9, around
The year
there.
before Noak won the first one.
Yeah.
Was it, yeah?
You were the last winners of it before Noak.
I was around that time, and lads were getting older, and then a few lads went off, emigrated.
Yeah.
And in an area, it's hard to replace them.
Yeah.
Especially good players.
Yeah, just going to say it. It's hard to replace the quality.
Yeah.
You know, for volume, you probably get lads going there because you're a successful club. Lads are going to play for
It was probably the same. Bagnallstown missed Danny Doyle.
Yeah.
Till he came back.
Yeah.
They'll know it's probably a big difference when he's back now.
Massive difference, yeah.
See, it's hard to replace players like him.
Oh, sure. Yeah. They're irreplaceable, Johnny.
Yeah.
The man can occupy a back line on his own.
No.
And to be fair, in that group, I probably would have watched the tail end of that group, right? In that group, they were all big players.
Yeah, strong.
Like, they were all, I won't say no one's irreplaceable, but you go quite a long way to replace the lads you had.
Oh,
you know.
They go through a wall for you.
Yeah. Absolute brutes.
But it was respect Johnny they had for you as well as a coach, do you know what I mean? Like, because not alone did you always had their back or buy them an old drink, whatever you had to do, but they have great respect for you off the field. Yeah. And if you have respect for a lad off the field, he'll certainly run from when he sees you as passionate in the sideline as you are over your club. Do you know what I mean?
Butler was there, Brendan Butler, Stephen Curry, Seamus Gray.
We had Stephen in Hanover for a while, Jesus Christ.
You can't replace lads like that.
Some player.
Yeah. Liam Murphy, Colin McDonald, Tom Nolan, they were all savage. Nolan.
You had the two, you had Carlos and their brother, didn't you as well?
Yeah.
Armour.
McFarland,
Yeah.
Good players.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy it?
Oh, cheers, I did, yeah. Kevin Marr and Dermot Foley played a couple of seasons with us.
That's right, yeah.
So
Kevin Marr,
Parkfield.
Yeah.
Did he?
I did.
Dermot Foley then.
He won the Carlow Cup with us.
Did he?
He did.
Gary Hill, isn't it? Dermot Gary Hill.
Yeah.
Used to play with Milton.
How did you attract them?
Kevin just came to us, and we followed sort of Dermot for a while because we knew he was a good. We lost the lads to America, so we got Dermot in because we knew he was a good striker.
When you say follow him,
we knew we played the people in Milltown, and I was.
They didn't last long, did they, Johnny?
No, I was watching them.
Just played at the back of the swimming pool.
Yeah, I remember them. Yeah.
I was watching him playing here and there, and I just asked him one day. I met him somewhere, I forget where now, into town or somewhere here, walking around. I asked him would he be interested, so he came to us eventually. He played with us for a season or two.
Did her brother play, Robert? Was it Robert?
Yeah, he played with Milltown as well.
Milltown or Michael, right?
Yeah.
Michael, yeah.
They played it in the back of Foley's pub there.
Yeah.
So they did.
Yeah. The question you asked them, will you come in? Is that the question? Like, there's no promises, no guarantees.
No. But they knew we were winning trophies.
He didn't have, there wasn't a hard sell, wasn't it? No.
Well, they knew the squad were coming into, didn't they?
Yeah, They knew the Burn was winning.
Any lads with the town ever go and play for you?
They did a couple now and again. James Cookie played with us there for a while. Cookie Canavan.
Oh, Cookie Canavan,
I
yeah.
did, but I think he was sort of living out there.
Yeah.
And another one came out there.
And was there a mix? Was there a crossover between Tullow to any Parfall lads? Did they swap over and back or anything like that, or was it just a big rivalry? Don't sign for Ballon, and don't sign for Tullow, or vice versa.
Another one left and went to different places. I won't mention any names.
Yeah.
She lost Alan to League of Ireland, right?
Sure. I don't. When a player wants to go to a higher level, you
can't stop him, Johnny.
But Johnny, he that was his level.
Oh,
Carlow
yeah,
League, he was too good for the Carlow
League of
League.
Ireland player.
Yeah.
I'm sure I went to several League of Ireland games.
Remember the game he played Johnny down in Waterford?
Oh yeah.
He scored a hat trick.
Yeah.
That was my first game with the Oscar trainers. Yeah. He scored a hat trick and Waterford signed him after the game.
Yeah.
Brilliant player.
Yeah.
And Waterford had won the Oscar trainer the previous year.
Yeah.
We bet them 5-2 down in Waterford.
Brilliant.
Jade Orley was playing, Jody Morrissey. Alan Kelly's were from Mikey Coney. My God.
You over that team? You involved in the Oscar
I was
side?
helping Jerry Bickerstaff was over the team that time.
You were involved in Oscars for a long time.
I was there, yeah.
You were with the youths? You never were with the youths, were you?
I was with him there one season with P. O'Neill there.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Remember that, all right.
Down in Wexford. We got beat by Wexford that day.
Well, that would have been Wallace's Wexford, though.
Yeah. We went back to Whitford House after the game.
Yeah.
That was around 2000. 2001.
Yeah.
You've seen a lot of great players come through Carlow, Johnny.
No, savage.
We'll get to his 11-0 later on, see what he has to say for himself.
I used to go down to look at Kilkenny City, but that time they were called EMFA.
That's right, yeah.
There was no stands around the pitch. It was just a timber.
Yeah.
Was Alfie Hale over them?
He was. Jimmy Rahigan was a man that kept the whole thing going down there.
Was Coney playing there at the time?
He was playing. He was. I think he came in after.
Philly Yo was with them as well, Phil.
I remember I was at a friendly down there one night. They were playing Millwall. That's a long time ago.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I used to go to
Millwall Division 1, were they? It must have been Division 1, were they?
Millwall had a good side.
Yeah.
There was a
Just a pre-season friendly?
Pre-season friendly.
And as when they were ENFA?
No, they were Kilkenny
Can you
City.
see at that stage?
What's the story with the name change there? Was it Kilkenny City then EMFA or vice versa?
ENFA was the club.
It was EMFA and then Kilkenny City.
Yeah. ENFA changed. I think it said it under crest, didn't it?
Yeah.
I think it said ENFA on the crest. ENFA were just a club down there. There was
no
D club,
there was no stand or nothing around the pitch. It was only a timber fence.
Yeah.
I remember one Sunday we went down, myself and Jeremiah. You remember a man had a shop, Shea McAvoy in the town here. Cartel was the name of the shop.
Oh, yeah.
Shea was with us that day. That's a long time ago. It was a Sunday we went down. We used to go down regular.
Was League of Ireland games then all Sundays?
Yeah, most of the time, yeah.
Yeah, there were Sundays,
Because there wasn't many teams with floodlights that time.
League of Ireland games were Sundays up until the calendar soccer came in.
Yeah.
The majority of League of Ireland games would have been Sundays. What's the standout at that time when you were involved at Burn Celtic? There must be a couple of moments that stand out to you to say, yeah, this was worth it.
Sure, playing away to Monaghan was one of them anyway. Up in Castlebar, winning the Premier titles and winning the Carlow Cup. We won a Premier Division Cup against Stretford. Were you playing that day, Papa?
I could have, yeah.
We were 2-0 down with about 10 minutes to go. And I made a couple of changes. Mahi Dowling came on and he scored 2 goals. He was only 15 or 16 years of age at the time. Yeah. The last kick of the ball, Alan Keddy jumped up over Gavin Dowling and headed into the net.
Brilliant.
Could have, yeah.
We playing, Pop?
Could have
No,
been.
because I think the boys were going back up to Silo and them were leaving. They were going back up to Scraggs for the sandwiches. The boys had the sandwiches on and they said they'll be here in a few minutes with the cup. And next minute someone rang him that says, we no cup coming here.
Yeah.
It'll be going to Val.
But them time, Johnny, I remember when you used to lose or whatever, playing a cup final. The respect between the players is unbelievable. Ballon used to come in. Harvard came in one time, we met him. He used to come in to Hanover and he'd come into the front bar and Scraggs and Ballon used to come in and fill the cup and drink over together and there'd be no slobbering or boxing. Lads, I'm better than you with a bit of crack and all. But skitting and laughing over the game. But you never see it anymore. It's just, I miss that.
Do you think it'll come back? Do you think that side of the game will come back?
I'd say it will. I might someday.
Not with the current.
What do you think has the chance for it to come back?
It's hard to know. I think there's too many other things now besides soccer and sport.
Is there too much of an influence on people now?
What do you mean by that now?
Like, have we become this influencer nation where people are, as you said, they want to look the best. They don't want to be seen in the pub. They want the best woman. They want the best job, and they want it yesterday. I think that kind of stops people from, like, Lomine House, look at your phone today.
Oh, sure. Every chance you get, really, don't you?
Honest to God.
Yeah, it's just a habit.
But that's an influence on you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What was I going to ask you? Burn Celtic now, Johnny. What do you think?
They've probably one of the best setups for a junior club in the country.
100% agree with that, yeah.
I don't know whether they'll stay up this season or not, but they've a lot of good young players coming up out there.
Does the setup, let's stay on the facilities, Johnny. How impressed are you with them?
Oh, they're massive. They've a gym and function room and all the car parking and 2 great grass pitches out there.
Yeah.
There's some people has done some amount of work out there.
You've 2 grass pitches and the Astro.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Savage work has been done by a lot of volunteers out there.
It is like,
Just 2 grass pitches in an Astros are quite cheap.
you won't beat it.
And they done work on the grass pitches there during the summer.
Yeah.
They done some draining or sanding.
30 grand or whatever.
Yeah.
But that does take a serious group of volunteers to put that together. Like,
But I'll tell you, Podge, you get it in a village like that.
yeah, 100%.
But
And
that man died, Seamus Cummins there.
yeah.
That man spent his lifetime in that pitch.
Oh, he did. Yeah.
He was there day and night. He used to go to farmers and get tractors and cut the grass and mark the pitch. I remember even I was helping him when I'd be on holidays. We were mowing with the push mowers. Myself and another fella and James. The pitch was so big, the old pitch we got dizzy at.
Yeah.
We used to go run down of a Sunday morning and help him mark the pitches and everything.
Yeah.
Wash the jerseys, all that work.
Yeah, it's a work that's not seen. Like
Do match reports
yeah,
in the meetings in the Seven Oaks.
yeah.
I remember being at them in the Royal Hotel down here.
Well,
Yeah. I remember
How did you do a match report then, Johnny?
I used to ring Brendan Powell.
yeah.
Used to ring him, yeah.
That was it, yeah.
Or
He used to take the phone calls off, yeah.
I ring Shawnee Murphy in Ernie, used to do him as well.
Yeah.
Shawnee is another great man, does so much work for
great
soccer.
man.
He's
Shawnee O'Nerney, yeah.
Yeah,
He's in your club a long time, isn't he?
Sure, only for that man, that pitch wouldn't be up there.
Yeah.
Sure, Nurney must be one of the oldest clubs in
They
Carlow.
are, should have played in the Kilkenny League.
Yeah.
So they did. But I remember ever before the Carlow League started, we were in the Castle Tavern one night, myself and Jeremiah, we were after being at an hurling game, we were with Kevin Barry. And Kevin asked us that time, he was thinking of starting the Carlow League, and he asked us would we be able to get a team into it, Burn Celtic, and we said we'd try anyway.
Yeah.
That was ever before the Carlow League started.
Burn Celtic weren't formed at the time or were formed?
There was no Carlow League at the time.
Right.
So he asked us, that was before, that could have been 84 or 5,
And when did Burn Celtic form then?
87.
Okay, right, yeah. So, like, relatively, well-established club, right?
Yeah.
Very well-established club. Like, facilities now, I'd agree with you, I think they're unmatched, to be honest. I know Flesh have fantastic facility, Pat's a decent facility. You're getting the Astro. I think facilities in the county is only going one direction, that's up, right? But let's talk about on the field. Like, you've 20 trophies in 24 years. Like, you talk about an era. Like, that's Alex Ferguson figures.
It is, yeah.
That's nuts. Do you think you'll ever get back to that?
It's going to be very hard for whoever takes over or whatever players stays playing. It's not going to be easy done again.
Do you think, what would you, if I was to say to you, your manager again in the morning, what's the first thing you do?
It's hard to know.
Yeah.
Just sit down and try and tell the lads what you tried to do before.
Yeah.
I know things are different with the game now,
Yeah.
but you'll still try your own way again.
Yeah, try and repeat it if you
Yeah,
can.
yeah.
Is if the call came, would you go back?
Maybe.
Oh, go away.
Uh-huh.
Would
Breaking
you
news,
go?
Padge.
Come here. Would you go anywhere else?
I don't know. I might. It depends.
Be Jesus. I'll get your word out there now.
Depends on who would offer.
Yeah, according to Papa, now if Badgers win a trophy this year, at Pats, there's definitely going to be a job going down there because.
Well, I wouldn't say a job going, but it'd be the end of the season. That's what I said.
Yeah, but
I stand over that.
You still have to have the players. It doesn't matter what type of manager you are.
Correct.
Because you look at just Mick O'Dwyer. He went to Laois, Wicklow and Kildare and he wasn't able to win in All-Ireland. But he won them with Kerry though.
Yeah.
Because he had the players in Kerry that hadn't got in them 3 counties.
Yeah. And if you would put that in football terms, like look at Mourinho in his pomp. When he left Porto, went to Chelsea. The reason they were so successful is the players they bought.
Oh, yeah.
The players.
Sure, Bromwich came in with him, didn't they?
Yeah, do you know, the
Blank check,
Brownwich
sort
was
of.
there the year before.
Yeah.
But I remember one time I had a young lad out there playing for me, and his father came to me. The chap wasn't a great player, but I didn't say that to him. But I said to the father, he says, "What's that young lad of mine like?" I'll tell you the truth now, they definitely won't be naming an airport after him. Like they did with George Best.
Yeah. Brilliant.
He started laughing, the father.
Do you miss the sideline? Do you miss it?
Oh, I would miss it, yeah. I used to love going up to the places like Crayard and try to beat them up there. And
You're over 10 years this year.
yeah, and going to Parkville or in the St. Pat's or Hanover or any of the top teams.
Did you, when you stopped managing, was Bourne-Celtic in the Premier still?
No, they were gone down.
Or after getting relegated?
Yeah,
And then you said, I'm going to take a break.
But they were gone for a couple of years. Then Paul Hickey came in, and he, in fairness, he was a player for me. He tried to keep it going there for a couple of years.
Yeah.
Right.
And then Jimmy came in, little Jimmy. He asked me would I come back, Jimmy Nolan, and I came back and I helped him out there for a couple of years. But I sort of got in with over 35s then for a couple of seasons.
That's right, yeah.
That was a fruitful time as well, right?
Yeah.
You were obviously betting Leinster final by no walk.
Yeah, I wasn't involved that time. No.
Oh, were you not?
No, Spikey was over the team. Jimmy Nolan was over
Were
the team.
you before or after that?
I was after that.
Oh, you were after that.
Yeah.
You still went on and won a bit after that, though, right?
Oh, they did, yeah.
Yeah.
The man brings success, Podge, where he goes.
Yeah, it's
He
brilliant.
just travels with him.
Tell me this now: has anyone outside of Ballon approached you to get involved?
No,
Never a call on it.
no.
I think people
I find
just...
that hard to believe.
No, but I think people just see him as he's a Ballon man. That's it. Like he's Bourne-Celtic through and through. But
Yeah, but do you know the network is so small though. You've had calls when you weren't in the game from
yeah,
other clubs. I've had calls.
Yeah.
No, I did go elsewhere once upon a time, but
would you go again?
like for a man there that has 20 trophies in 24 years.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? I've won nothing.
that's a CV to have, isn't it?
Yeah, do you
Like
know?
it just shows you can have all your badges and all that kind of crack.
Well, I think it's fair to say that you're coming back on the sideline fairly soon now, aren't you?
No,
You never know.
He's not saying no, Podge.
No, he's not saying no. He's not
Very
saying
coy
no.
there,
Johnny
Rory.
Tightlips is his name. Talk to me about Ireland, following them. Where's the graft from that come from?
I always had an interest in them. From the very first Ireland game I was at in Lansdowne Road, I was with Father Little.
Go away.
Yeah. He brought us up from, I think it was a tour or something, and he brought us up on a bus to the game, a sort of altar-boy tour. Because he was in Ballon at the time, a priest.
Yeah.
So we all went, and I just got into it then.
Yeah.
Start following them then from then on.
So you've, I can't believe you've been to, have you been to the recent major tournaments?
Yeah, in France.
Have you ever missed a major tournament Ireland were in?
We were in Japan. We had some trip to Japan for.
Did you win the lottery or the Euro Millions on the side or something?
Kevin Barry organised that trip to Japan that time. Japan.
That must have been nuts, was it?
He done some trip now for small money.
Yeah.
Go away.
Yeah, and when we got out there, the other Irish supporters went. Other travel agents didn't know you needed a bullet rail pass out there to get around the country.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Kevin had all that organised because he worked with Irish Rail.
That's right, yeah.
That was another €500 for supporters. When they got there, yeah. And they were going mad when they got out there and heard about this.
You had to have one of them.
Yeah, but you couldn't travel. The country was so big.
Do you even need a ticket at this stage going to an Ireland game?
Well, I have a season ticket.
Is your name at the gate? Like,
I have the season ticket for the Viva.
what do you think? What would you prefer, Viva or Lansdowne?
I think the old Lansdowne was better atmosphere because the team was a lot better.
Yeah.
But the Viva is a finer stadium now.
Yeah, it's a fine stadium.
Yeah,
Isn't
it
it?
is.
The first game I went to see for Ireland was 1986. Ireland played Brazil.
Yeah,
And Lee Brady scored the winner.
I was at it.
And I wanted to go and see Correca.
Yeah.
Remember Correca
Yeah,
played for Brazil up front?
that was a Saturday, that game.
Correca.
Correct.
Striker from Brazil. He was world
What
class.
club did he play for?
I don't know why he was. He was in Europe. He was playing in Europe, I think.
Was he?
Yeah, he was a fantastic player. But I remember Brady scored Ireland beat Brazil
Lee
1-0.
Brady, yeah.
That was, remember that, Johnny? 1986,
I
yeah.
remember well, I was at it.
Yeah.
One Saturday.
The Euro 88,
Yeah.
right? What's the expectations going over to that as a fan?
We thought we'd be going home fairly soon. But we didn't give ourselves a chance. But after, when you think of it, we had as good a team as any of them.
Yeah.
Jack Charlton had as good a players as any. Sure, they're all Premier, top players.
All
yeah.
top players,
Liverpool, Manchester United, all Spurs, Everton, all top players.
But that's the key, Johnny. We're all top division
yeah,
players.
yeah,
They
Premier
weren't
players.
League One and League Two like
No.
they are now.
Is there a stadium you haven't been to in Europe?
Old Trafford.
You're missing out there.
I won't go there, that's one thing.
Honestly, is there a stadium? Honestly, if you no,
have blisters on his arse,
deadly
you would.
serious. So you followed Ireland
Yeah, well,
home and away
yeah.
since since 80 whatever.
Yeah. Even if we were going to an early game, just say we were in Spain and we're playing in Barcelona, we go down and do the tour, the Bernabeu as well.
Yeah.
Real Madrid.
Right, okay.
We've done all them. The
Have
stadium.
you been to like the stands? Did they play someone there on one of the stand in the qualifier? Or no, was that Bosnia? Were you in Bosnia?
We were in Bosnia, yeah.
I'm going to list off names of countries, right? Right? Bosnia,
Yeah.
Holland,
Well, we were
Portugal.
there several times.
Italy,
Yeah.
Spain,
Yeah.
Greece.
Yeah.
If this was Mastermind, would your main subject be European football stadiums? You've been to them all.
We played in Kazakhstan.
Kazakhstan, I knew it was one of the stands.
That's out near China.
Yeah.
But Astana, we stayed there. But whatever happened, the hotel we booked into, there was some mix-up. And the girl says, we may send you to another hotel.
Right.
But we went out to this hotel. It was brand new. But we were staying in this room. And I says to your man beside me, that's definitely a cement mixer. This was fucking 10 o'clock in the morning. I went out, and here was there a lad in the room next. They were still building the hotel. A lad with a cement mixer.
No, but his cornflakes and the cement
But
mixer, yeah, with a lot of milk.
we were the first.
Your room had a sunroof.
We were the first people there. They had a big function room and they set up a table first. There was about 8 or 10 of us. Sure, we got one of the lads there and he turned on this Richie Kavanagh music in the middle of this fucking place, no one in it. And then there was an All-Ireland with Kilkenny and Galway and one of the
You
lads...
didn't watch an All-Ireland and...
No, but they got it up on the radio somewhere.
Stop.
Yeah, one of the lads was
Like
following...
Carry on camping, wasn't it?
Understand.
one of the lads were following Galway and we're in this section of the hotel and Galway got a goal and your man was going around like an airplane. And these Chinese behind the counter hadn't a clue what was going on. But they took their picture. We have a picture and they were going to put up on the wall and to say you were going to be our first guests in the hotel, this new hotel in Astana.
Did you ever think when you went, because obviously the countries you went to, right? You like, do you know what I mean? You played in the stands, Macedonia, Bosnia, like these kind of countries. Did you ever get off the airport and think, here, this could be a bit dicey here, like?
Jesus, we were in some places because I remember one time we went down to Shannon Airport. Another one of the trips that we went with, and I said to the boys, there's fuck all in this queue, there's something wrong here. Compared to
Where were you going?
we were heading out to Liechtenstein or somewhere, Lithuania. No one in this queue. JJ was with us and told it as the pub.
Yeah.
Just JJ, start doing this. There's something fucking funny here. I was a cargo plane.
It was not.
Yeah,
Police Academy.
That is the gospel truth.
Captain Moser was the captain.
Yourself, the boys, a Daff and a Massey Ferguson in the back of an airplane.
There was
You remember the cement mixer
there
was back with him?
chickens and everything in it.
How did you manage to get a seat in a cargo plane?
I don't know. Kevin organised it, so we ended up in this place.
There was no first class or business class in that plane, yeah, that's for sure.
Sure, in one of the other countries, I wasn't. This was the only one. I was sick or something at the time. The boys went 900 miles in a taxi. They missed the flights or something that morning to get to the next country.
900 miles.
In a taxi, and
Stop.
they gave your man $40 when he got there, and your man had to drive back 900.
Wow.
This got a few cans and both them in the boot of the taxi and drove on 900.
Where was that?
That was out in Lithuania or one of them
Sure,
countries, Latvia.
some of them countries, Johnny, they don't even have airports. You have
No.
to get, do you know? Or they wouldn't have, say, direct flights. I don't mean airports, but
No, but
direct
sure, there
flights.
was another place we were in years ago as well. But sure, we got into this country. We tried to get into it with no visas. The train was stopped.
Jason Bourne over here, look.
But these fucking lads go up on the train with these
Military.
military with machine guns and guns. The Lord, gee, this was about 12 o'clock at night. We said, what's going to happen here? Timmy Sunderland was with us from Tullow.
Was he?
Yeah, we were off this train, but all the boys wanted after they gave us the visa for $20 a piece. All they wanted was one lad was the first man to smoke. All he wanted cigarettes, sure.
Go away.
Yeah. They let us on then after a few hours.
Few cigarettes, $20 for visa, and off you go.
Yeah, oh, yeah, that's all they wanted.
That's crazy. Where was that? Limerick.
Yeah, no, out near Russia. But I remember your man Yeltsin was the leader at that time in that country, and he came on.
Yeah, Boris Yeltsin.
He came onto the television in the place where they had us, in this barracks of a place, and the boys were staring at him, these soldiers.
Commie, sure. Commie.
Never opened their mouths. And the minute he was gone, go, go, go. They said, go.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I never forget.
And you don't even know what the country is called.
That was near Russia at that time. No, it wasn't Yugoslavia. They had another name for it.
It was Soviet anyway, right?
Yeah, Soviet, yeah. There's so many places we're in, I can't remember them all.
Italian 90 has to stick out in your mind, though, Johnny.
Oh, yeah, that was
That's the one, isn't
trip
it?
of a lifetime, yeah. Trip of a lifetime.
Tell me about that.
Were you every game in that tournament?
Yeah. We were at every game out there.
How hard is it to get tickets for these games, Johnny? Or you have them knowing you're guaranteed?
Yeah, but you see, when you're going to most of the home games, you have a record there, you see. They have a fair idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they know now, sure.
Yeah. The Italian 90, would you have had higher expectations going into that compared to 88, considering what they'd done in 88?
Yeah, you thought they might have got over it a little bit further, but we got to the quarterfinals at the same time.
Yeah.
But we still do, you have to look at
He
it.
died recently, Toto.
Scalacci, yeah.
But you have to look at it. We never won a game in normal time out there.
No, drew a little with Egypt, right?
Yeah. Drew with England,
Yeah.
1-1. Then drew with Holland,
Yeah.
That's right, yeah.
That put a second then.
Then beat Romania on penalties.
penalties, yeah. And then Italy lost that one.
But it was a kind of a tale of a Charlton side, though. They were very, very hard to,
Yeah,
didn't give up anything.
yeah, yeah.
Like, set in deep, everything was 50, 60 yards, turn them, come on, try and break us down.
It was a proper example of play to your strengths, isn't it?
Yeah,
Like getting up to Cascarino or Niall Quinn or wherever it was.
yeah.
Like one big lad replaced a big lad, and it was
Yeah.
But our possession, like they were,
in behind the
they
ball.
were granite.
yeah.
I know a lad, I won't mention his name, that was in a giant stadium in '94 for Italy and Ireland, and he said it's the greatest moment in his life. Not sporting moment. He said he'd never seen an atmosphere. He said everyone in the stadium was Irish, bar about 10 people.
Savage.
You were at that?
Yeah.
Does that stand out to you at all?
Oh, it is, George. The Italians couldn't understand in the heat that where Roy Keane was able to stay running in the heat.
Yeah.
And the Italians are supposed to be used to that weather.
Yeah.
But they couldn't understand
And the Irish are not.
And Roy Keane was going the 90 minutes the very same as the first minute.
Remember Steve Staunton? He was like a chalk ice with
Sure.
a hat on.
The
He was melting, he was.
I was 9 years of age, and
blocks Paul McGrath made that day was
just
just
about to say it,
yeah.
McGrath.
yeah.
For a man like
His
had to get
knees.
needles into his knees
Yeah.
to be able to play a match. Like he is
Yeah.
a warrior. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
but the way I look at different things on TikTok and all that, and even to the current day, the way he speaks about Roy Keane.
Oh, yeah.
McGrath.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
the way he speaks about Roy Keane. He's like, they asked him who would be in their pomp, Robson against Keane, and he goes, Roy would have a tendency to kick you. It'd be the only difference between the two of them. But he said, I would like to be going against Roy every day of the week.
I'd say for the tournaments, even the setup of the tournaments, right? As a fan, I'd say there was a quite big difference between '88 and say 2002.
Oh,
Like,
savage, yeah.
did it become more equipped for fans and things like that as they went
yeah,
on?
Yeah, and you have better stadiums and everything.
Yeah.
More modern, everything, travel and everything.
Yeah.
Rail lines and...
In 2002, Johnny, do you think they would have got past Spain if Roy Keane was there?
I think they
They
would.
would have got further.
Yeah. I think they would. I had a good team that time.
I think it's a ridiculous question.
Why?
Spain had loads of chances in that game,
Yeah.
and if they had been on it that game, they could have won a 3 or 4-1.
Yeah, but they weren't on it.
Yeah,
It's like saying,
but that's-
if we had Roy Keane,
yeah, but sure, wishes were fishes. Do you know what I mean?
that's from my mother had a Mickey, she'd be me uncle, wouldn't she?
But you know, I just don't like that question because I just think it's too broad, man. It just because you don't know.
Yeah,
I know.
But here's who's to say?
There would have been
Who
better.
was the midfield that say at the Cameroon game that year? Holland and Kinsler, right? Who would have been playing beside Keane, Kinsler or Holland? It's Kinsler, was it?
Yeah, I'd say Kinsley.
So who scored the equaliser against Cameroon?
Matty Holland.
Holland.
Yeah.
So
Matty Holland.
if
yeah.
Roy Keane was there, they might have drawn all with Cameroon.
You stop now.
Honestly.
That was the first game
Glass half full, you.
the Cameroons.
Yeah. That was a very good Cameroonian side though. That was
was it?
they were very, very good. Eto, like they were steeped with
Roger
players.
Miller,
Like,
wasn't
now Miller was gone at that stage. Probably was in the squad, 97 years of age,
it? You
2002.
wouldn't know.
If you could go back to one moment on all them major tournaments, where would you go back?
Oh,
And would you go by cargo plane?
As I say, you have to go back to the Ray Houghton goal. Again, England.
1-0.
Yeah.
Which one?
The one in Germany.
In Germany, yeah.
Yes.
Because that was the first big tournament.
Yeah, it was the first major tournament.
Like that English team was full of stars, wasn't it?
There was only 8 teams in Euro 88.
Yeah. There's a lot more now.
32 or 24, is it? It's one the money.
It'll be a long time, Johnny, before Ireland are back.
Oh, well, yeah. Oh, sure. All they can do is keep trying.
Is the enjoyment gone over for you going to watch them now?
It's not the same as it used to. Cause,
From where though, Johnny? Where is
well,
it?
a few of the lads used to go with have passed away.
Okay.
Yeah. A great friend of mine from Carlow here. He used to stay in the room with me the whole time.
Yeah.
Ken Burke.
Yeah.
Poor Ken committed suicide after. But he came to all the games with us and he used to love coming.
Yeah.
You create a bond, don't you?
Yeah, there's other people from different parts of the country. One lad from London, we went over to his funeral, he just died natural.
Cool.
And other people just old age. And you'd miss them lads on the trips as well.
It's almost like you go back to that thing, you know, a bond and a group and things like that. They're just some people are irreplaceable. It's in certain aspects, in certain groups, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Like, do you think that... Do you think that you'll ever have the same, I don't know if love is right, the same passion for it as you would have did when you were going with that group that was so tight, where you were going to Euro 88 or going to Italia 90? Like, do you think it'll ever get back?
Yes, yeah, if the team start improving.
Yeah.
You have to have the team doing better as well.
Yeah.
Because you walk out of the ground and it's lads nowadays looking at that same shit again, they'd say.
What did you think of Stephen Kenny era?
I thought he tried his best with them. But he tried to play football anyway. But he probably just hadn't got the players good enough.
Well, that's the thing that Jack Charlton
Yeah.
did have the players was good enough, but his main strength was getting behind the ball and not concede goals.
Yeah,
Isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah.
Like many games today, win sneaking one.
You remember Brian Clough took over Nottingham Forest and he said if you don't lay in any goals, you won't be beaten too often.
Yeah. He's some character. Some stories going by him.
Jigsaw. Jigsaw.
But I remember one time we went over to Wrexham in 1991. 6 of us went over. Ger was with me, Germar and a few of the boys. And I was snowing leaving Dublin. We were staying in the student's house. It was freezing. And Ger says, "Jeez, lad, I've no coat in the morning." There was a heap of students in his house. And he took the show. He says, "That's belonged to one of the students, Ger. Oh, fuck come," he says. And he put it on. He says, "We need this." But we went on to Wrexham anyway on the ferry. And we arrived in the Wrexham Arms Hotel. And the girl on the reception says to us, "Lads, there's 2 famous people in there. If you want to meet them before the game." And we went in. And who was there? Only George Best and Dennis Law.
Go away.
Yeah, in the bar. This was about 1:30 in the day. And we got in and got to, next minute to start buying the drinks. We told him we were going to the game. And lads that says, "We are going to do the commentary for BBC Radio 5. Ireland was playing Wales. And we'll be here after the game. If you want to meet us again." We went back there after the game about 12 o'clock that night. The boys were there. We were there drinking with them till 7 o'clock the next morning.
You're joking me.
The manager,
George
the
Best and
Belgian
Dennis
tier, Guy Tears was there that night as well, smoking the big cigars because Ireland was in the next group in the qualifiers.
Okay.
But he was there. But George Best and Dennis Law bought drink all night.
Go away.
Yeah.
How good was George Best?
Savage.
Dennis Law wasn't too bad, all
Yeah.
that.
He's Scottish, was he?
Yeah.
But the next day we were going back, we were in the reception, and George Best comes down the stairs, and this woman behind him, blonde hair down to her ankles.
Miss World, probably.
Miss World. And he winked at us. "We'll see you again, lads," he said.
No way.
Yeah.
Any yarns from that? What was he talking about? Or
Talking about just matches and different yokes.
he was obviously retired at this stage, right? He
was doing the commentary for the BBC Radio 5 Live.
Just that must be a fair experience.
Oh, savage. I had his autograph and all at home still.
Did you get a picture with him?
Yeah, I have the picture at home.
Did you meet? Have you met many down through the years? Like, have you met
Yeah,
many?
a good few lads in Liverpool and different players played for them up and down.
Do you go to the same place in Liverpool, Johnny?
Yeah, we usually go to the same spots in it.
Yeah.
How often do you go over to see Liverpool?
If I can get over 6 or 7 times a season, I'll go.
Would you, yeah?
Oh, yes, I would, yeah.
And
He's
what way?
funny, Penny's at the Forest game, they bet them 1-0.
Oh, go away.
I was at that Forest game. I'm going to look at them now tonight.
Yeah.
I was over at the Villa game there and the West Ham game.
Do you go over on your own?
I know, I go with friends there, lads from Dundalk.
Ah, handy, yeah.
Them boys have contacts for tickets over there.
Do you find it harder to get tickets now over there now? The kind of strictness on touts and things like that.
Yeah, and you have to have an ID number on your phone now because they're doing well as well.
Yeah.
So everyone wants to go when you.
I couldn't believe the setup. I was over there for the Villa game.
Yeah.
And you have to go meet a lad, collect phones. This lad.
That's the way it's gone.
Yeah.
What, does he give you a screenshot or
he
something?
gives you the phone.
Yeah.
Gives you the phone.
Oh, no way.
And the 2 tickets are on the phone. And I was with Blackjack, and we go in, you scan the barcode, hands you back out the phone, scans the second one. Then we go in, and once all his phones are gone in, one message comes to him, you just text him in. Turn off the phone.
And then, how does he get it back?
You go back and you meet him after the game or whatever it is, and he collects all the phones. It's some system to be done, like. It's some work from them. Like, it's not just, you can't just, there's a screen. You don't do screenshots, Patch. It's the actual ticket itself. Yeah. It's some setup, isn't it, Johnny?
Oh, yeah.
Where are you with technology?
I wouldn't be great with it, no. But the lads I go with now will be fairly good with it.
So they'll fix you up and get...
Yeah.
Yeah, it's who you surround yourself with, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'd say I tell you one thing, you're a smart man, I'll tell you that.
Johnny, all the Ireland games you were at, were you ever on, like, is the England games just on edge? Remember the one in Dublin that was abandoned? We had that one.
I was at it, yeah.
Like, is the England games just different?
Yeah.
Like, crowd-wise, like, is there any...
Yeah, but you could... that game now, you could see from early in the day there was going to be trouble there.
Where did you spot that? In our own pubs and bars?
I was in Searance's bar.
Yeah.
And there was this lad stood up on top of a stool with a Union Jack hanging around his shoulders.
Okay.
And he started singing God Save the Queen in the middle of the pub.
Looking for trouble?
Yeah, if you had done that in London, start singing an IRA song or something.
Yeah.
You'd be better over it.
Yeah.
But you could see it brewing early in the day. But they shouldn't have been put up in the top tier that time.
No, it was a big mistake, wasn't it?
They're putting them up and they're firing stuff down on top of people.
Yeah.
But the police were warned, them boys were coming over. They should have been stopped in Dunleary or Dublin North Wall and sent back on the ferry again. They shouldn't have been let in.
Everywhere to go, though, there's trouble, isn't it?
Yeah.
Everywhere to go.
They would have been at the height of it back then, wouldn't it? Hooliganism would have been
Yeah,
really
but then I met a
peak.
few of them at the last England game up there. I was talking to them in the Gasworks there. It's a pub near the Viva.
Yeah.
That morning. And they seem to be very nice people.
Yeah.
A lot of younger people.
It's changed, hasn't it?
Yeah.
But them days, Podge, as well, it goes back to when we were talking about Burn Celtic and Burn Celtic were winning and you go a few points after the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Them times when we were going to early matches, it was an absolute piss-up.
Oh, yeah.
We used to go, George Rangers run the bus when you walk and you go on the bus up to the match and you'd all stop in the Chipper and the Capri Grill in Kilcullen or Naas on the way home. It was the same system every single time. The parents would be drinking it or the daddies would be drinking and lads would be around having a mineral and a bag of tea or whatever it is, you know what I mean, runny chaps. But
I used to often come home with Kevin from the matches up there on the freight train, timber train at night time.
Go ahead.
Yeah, there was no trains, but Kevin and know the driver, and we get home in the freight train. That's the gospel truth, or we get a lift back to
Where would you meet the train? In Houston?
Houston, yeah. Because see, Kevin
Kevin worked for CAE
for years.
Just jump on there, boys.
but
Mind
sure,
that log.
He'd say, who's on tonight? And he'd be in contact with him. Come on, Henny, come on, he'd say. We'd jump up. Sure, Kevin has a few names, Jeremiah. Yeah, we're freezing, freezing in the back of the truck.
Sure, it wouldn't be enclosed, would it?
Oh, wouldn't sure. This could be at 2 o'clock in the morning. And he'd let us off that hearing guard.
Yeah, sorry. I have to stop it and bring you back a little bit. So you're talking about a freight train, right? So you're talking about, by design, it's designed to hold as much as it can. So these things don't have roofs.
No.
So you telling me you were open air, going down the freight train from Euston Station to Carlow? I'll have it so. That's enough. That's outrageous.
cargo planes.
Would that
Some man.
Tell me, how was that? That would have been an early morning train. You're not talking about 10 o'clock at night. You're probably talking like...
Maybe about 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning.
I'll go,
See,
Are you married, man?
I am now, yeah.
Were you married at the time?
No.
I was thinking, all right.
No.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But I remember another time I went up to Tolka. Liverpool was playing Tolka. Shelbourne in Tolka Park.
Yeah.
Jeez, there was about 30,000 turned up here, 40,000. It's just a good few years ago now.
Sure, it wouldn't hold it.
No, well, sure, I hadn't hope in hold it. I said to a lad came with me up from Ballin. He says, I don't know about you, but I'm getting in anyway. I'll get in somewhere. I seen these boys going down along the bank of the Tolka River, along the grass, a hole in the wall. I says, I'll follow these boys, we'll get in somewhere. We went down, and there was a wall about 15 foot high, and we climbed in over the back of it and got in at the back of the goal.
Go away.
Yeah. And your man said to me, I won't be able to do that. He says, well, I'll go back to the pub. I says, I'll see you back there after.
Yeah.
I got in anyway.
Do you go to any League of Ireland games, Johnny, anymore?
I do. I go down to Wexford.
Would you go to Wexford?
Yes, I would. I go to Wexford.
Waterford, no?
Not that much now. When Alan was playing in Waterford, I used to go down there.
Yeah.
I used to go up to Kildare County I used to always go to
Alan played with
Kilkenny.
Kildare as well, didn't he?
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
I used to go to Kilkenny City nearly the whole time when Aidan Coney was playing in it.
Yeah.
I used to love going down there.
What do you think of League of Ireland?
I think it's after improving a good bit. So it has.
In
Since
the quality?
yeah, with the calendar football came in, it seems to be a lot better. There are better pitches and everything.
Where are you on that, Johnny, the calendar football?
I don't know really much about it. It's going to be hard, I'd say, for some clubs.
Do you think Byrne will survive it?
Well, sure. They know now it's coming in anyway, so they're going to have to.
That's a good attitude.
Great answer, isn't it?
It's the attitude to have, though. You're
They
100%
have
correct.
2 or 3 years to, and most of the leagues in the country is after voting for it.
Yeah.
But sure, there's Mayo, there's summer football, right?
Clare are.
Yeah, but there's a lot of clubs voted for Johnny that already were doing it.
Yeah,
They
but
shouldn't have had a vote.
yeah, but you look at Mayo, that's a big league now, and Mayo GA team are in the All Ireland maybe every 4 or 5 year,
Yeah.
and they're still able to play it up there. Kildare is summer football,
Yeah.
so that's the way I look at it.
Yeah, no, it's a fair point.
It'll take a bit of getting used to, but I think it'll come out the better side of it, won't it?
Yeah, wouldn't it be quite better to go to a game now in the middle of a July of a summer's even than go to a game last week
Yeah.
and a -10?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Who's
yeah.
going to go out in that weather? Or of a Sunday morning when it's spilling rain and muck and wet falling on top of you?
Yeah. Well, you done it.
I done it.
You done it.
Yeah, but
Done it for a
people...
long time.
Yeah. So did you.
Yeah.
If Ireland qualified for a major championship, say a World Cup, and it was in North Korea, would you go?
Oh, she'd have to go.
Oh,
It
that's
could,
our
be,
lad.
it could be the last one.
Would you?
When you be getting on, it could be your last one. That's the way I'd look at it.
Is that the way you look at things like that?
Yeah.
Is that why you'd never did at 300 plus games watching Ireland? Where you are now, do you have that thought often when you're watching the match? When the match finishes, you think this could be my last one?
Yeah, well, you do when you see other lads you were so close to and they're gone.
Yeah,
Friends.
yeah. That's fucking. That must change it for you, though, Johnny.
You see this lad sat in that sea, he's not there anymore.
Does that change it for you?
See that on the television, there is the one with the suicide one.
that's-
When you
That
go
was
to
like that. You know,
That's tough.
you
Bob.
go
it
to
is
Dublin,
tough, yeah.
you go to Dublin Airport and some of the lads are not there. There was one man used to go with his Lord of Mercy, and he's dead now. He lived in London. London Joe, we called him. He used to come to Dublin with his, and if we'd be flying to London to go somewhere else. He used to come to Dublin. He says the crack was so good with us in Dublin, he'd have to come over.
Oh, he wouldn't go to London to where you were going. He'd go to London, Dublin, and go over G.
And go back to London with us
Come
again.
back to us. That's brilliant.
We were over at his funeral and all. And he came, he always texted the lads St. Patrick's Day and everything. He was a great friend of ours. He was from Galway, but he moved there when he was young.
You make great friends over Johnny, didn't you?
I would have never met them people only for Ireland games.
I'd love to see your passport.
Jesus.
I'd say there's more stamps and notes in the post office. I'd say.
It says so, yeah.
Ah,
I had him all at home. I had to hide him because I was afraid my dog would get him.
go on. What? This is a stupid question, but in my mind it makes sense. You land in fucking Kazakhstan or wherever. What's the grub like and the beer?
Some of the grub wouldn't be great now. But she probably wouldn't eat for about 3 days anyway.
You have a liquid diet.
The beer, you drink it all right, because there'd be nothing else. You'd have to drink it. I remember one time
Where's the cheapest place Johnny you ever?
Just about to ask that.
Like the price of a pint and a dinner or something.
Georgia is meant to be dirt cheap, isn't it?
Yeah,
Tbilisi.
Lithuania, them countries are cheap. You get a beer for €1 in them. Less 50 cent that time.
Would you be fussy know what you drink?
Wouldn't get a bag of tea or 50 cent now.
No, I would be fussy because you might be too well after some of it.
Rocket fuel.
Yeah.
And would you not eat at all? Like, if you
would,
were in.
yeah, I would in some of the countries. Yeah, I'd have to watch what other lads are eating first. Because just in case.
See how they react.
Yeah.
How are you feeling after that
It's
burger?
like the Guinness drink, they're always walking into the bar.
Yeah.
See, is there any Guinness pulled?
Yeah, yeah.
Don't be the
bar.
first easy to drink the first pint of Guinness
Yeah,
after
I get that as well.
Yeah.
The yeah, I think the travelling is amazing. Like without coming across as insulting, right? Small village in Carlow, Ballin, right? Born and bred in Ballin, and you've travelled the world. Like, do you know what I mean? Talking about away, as in like this, you know,
It's unbelievable, really,
like
isn't
it's absolutely outrageous. Like, I don't mean it as derogatory. I mean, like, that is Unbelievable. You should be the one doing podcasts about your trips to different places. Never mind us two spoofers.
Yeah.
Where is the best stadium?
The best stadium. Jesus, I've after been in so many of them now. Celtic Park now would be good.
Would it?
Yeah, I was at Ireland and Scotland there one night.
You went to game with me with the academy.
There was a great atmosphere there.
7-0 to won that day, but it was
Ah,
rocking from the first minute.
The new camp and
I was in it, but I'd never seen a game.
the Burnabout.
Same as that.
I was in Portugal and Ireland one night in the stadium. Like there was over 100,000 people at
In Lisbon?
Yeah, Portugal won 3-0 or something, and the roar of the crowd when they scored was unreal. We were staying down the Algarve. We have 5 hours up on the bus and 5 hours back after the game.
That's tough.
And we were drowned. The rain was unreal.
Go ahead.
They're as passionate as anybody, the Portuguese.
Yeah.
But the rain was unreal that night.
Yeah.
Who's the greatest Irish player of all time, Johnny?
The greatest one I've seen.
Yeah.
I would try to say Paul McGrath.
The Black Pearl of Inchicore.
No,
He was brilliant, wasn't he, for the limitations he had in
I'd
regards
nearly
to
have to
training.
hold, what do you call him, up with him, the goalkeeper, Shea Given.
Yeah. Underrated as well, Johnny, isn't he?
I think he was a better keeper than Bonner.
Oh, he was, yeah.
Yeah.
I think he was. He made some saves for Ireland over the years, if you go back and look ahead.
Remember the one, the game in Croke Park again? I know France best, but remember that night in Croke? I was at that match.
Yeah.
I think Keane played, did he? Keane, Brian Kerr was manager.
They played Iran in the playoff there, remember that?
That's right.
Yeah.
He made some saves in that.
Were you at the away leg?
We were, sure, there was no drink allowed out there.
Where was that game? This is brilliant.
In Tehran.
Tehran.
But sure, the boys got drinking. We had to stay in the room in the hotel, we couldn't come over.
Go away.
Yeah.
Where'd you get drink
drinking?
over there?
Where'd you get it over there?
Well, sure, I don't know where to go, but I think they brought some with him. They had hid it in some suitcase.
Drink ban in the country.
Oh, you're not allowed to drink
Strict.
there.
You remember there was the prayer before the game and everything, remember? The call
And if you're caught drinking, what's the
I'd say
consequences, Johnny?
you could end up in jail.
For a long time.
Yeah,
For a long time.
Them places, serious.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going home in a cargo plane. I'm used to that.
Have you been to Moscow for a game?
I was in Moscow twice.
Were you at the... That's unbelievable, isn't it?
I was in
Where in
Moscow.
the world?
Where in the world,
Do you
yeah.
remember the time the lads was attacked out there? There was a few boys from Palantine Ways. This is a few years ago.
Yeah.
But we were staying in this. Sure, I arrived Thursday. We were staying in the biggest hotel in Europe at the time, Hotel Europa. There was 3,000 bedrooms in it, about 20 bars. Sure, I was with lads from Waterford and Palantine, Carlow. Sure, we got separated Thursday. Sure, we were drinking on the way over. I didn't find them till the following Tuesday.
You're all in one place.
Yeah, the place was so big. There was about
3,000 bedrooms.
There was about 20 to 30 floors in this place. Sure, eventually I seen a lad from Waterford and I said, you see the boys anywhere? I says, I think they're below on the 15th floor at the bar. So we eventually found, but there was a big marquee outside.
It was bigger than Ballin, I'd say, wasn't
Oh,
it?
jeez, Moscow, massive city.
Yeah.
Massive.
Is Moscow rough? No?
Yeah, but there was a big marquee beside it,
Right.
and some of the boys was in it, and these lads, these fucking skinheads or National Front boys came down and attacked and fired rocks and bottles. The boys held up tables and everything that morning. Some of the lads was afraid to go to the game. Prison officers from Portlaoise, they wouldn't go to the game. Sure, there was a police escort to the stadium. Back from it, 20 or 30 buses gone.
Was that the one where Richard Dunn was outstanding? Was that game?
He was a great servant for Ireland too, wasn't he?
Remember under Trapattoni, the 0-0?
No, it was the game before that.
You were at that one, Richard Dunn.
Oh,
That must have been.
Yeah,
That's one
but
of Ireland's great serve
Yeah, but
performances.
sure, they had to write his number on the jersey.
That's right, yeah, in pen, yeah, a black marker.
Yeah.
So he blood in the jersey, sure, to take it off.
Yeah.
Remember, he stopped the ball and the goalie with
Yeah.
his head.
When you think they would have had another jersey.
Would you think, no?
Yeah, at international football.
You're giving them too much respect there, no, I think, to be honest with you. What did you think of that whole debacle when it came
He
over
saved
to
the first for
Delaney?
a stag, didn't he, Podge?
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
That's some
We
story,
can't
isn't
give
it?
away. That's a great story, yeah.
Sure, it's hard to know. He done some good work and he done other things as well.
I'd say Trapattoni's his greatest appointment, is it?
Oh, would be, yeah.
Like, he had to do some
He
of
had-
that time to
yeah.
get Ireland into a major competition, because there were, it was 10, 12, 14, 16, as in the year, and there was nothing. Do you know what I mean? Missed out on the World Cup, like the whole handball thing. And
Yeah.
That was the French game, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was at that game in Paris,
I'm sure you were.
but we came back through London because we went on the Eurostar.
Oh, yeah.
And we came back, and even the English people was giving out stink about the decision.
Go away.
Yeah, just says you were robbed out of that game. Robbed.
Is that you? What? The Eurostar?
Yeah, it's train. It goes
Bullet
under,
train straight into Paris.
Louis Walsh driving it. You're a star.
Yeah, it goes under the sea.
Yeah. They're trying to build one from over to the States, see that? Trying to build a transatlantic one.
What's the length of travel in that?
Just, I think it's about, I forget now, 2 hours or something. I forget now.
It's meant to be a grand journey, is it?
It is. You wouldn't even feel it, sure.
Yeah.
It's very comfortable and everything.
Do you enjoy the travel, yeah?
Oh, just, I'd love it.
Have you ever travelled business class?
No. Lucky to get a seat in the plane.
You're happy enough with the cargo,
As long as we're in the plane, it's the main thing.
I don't think we spoke enough about the train from Euston Station, go back on the train.
The freight train?
Yeah.
That must be some experience.
Oh, savage.
Is he had pneumonia getting off its head, is it?
That wasn't the first time we came down that way. We came down other ways as well.
It's it, eh?
Yeah.
What's the furthest you've been to an hurling game, do you know?
Sure, Japan was nearly the furthest.
Yeah. Did you enjoy USA 94?
I did, yeah, but Japan was the best trip.
Or was it?
Yeah, great country.
Why?
Very nice people.
Are you?
Yeah.
Did you eat the grub out there?
Oh, we did, yeah. See, because Kevin knew 2 people living out there
Oh, brilliant.
from Ireland here, and they met us in the airport and brought us around everywhere and brought us to parties and wherever we wanted to go.
Brilliant.
Brought tourists around. So it was a great trip out there.
What part of Japan were you in?
We were down in Osaka and we were in where the games were.
Yeah.
The trains over there now
Tokyo.
this day and age have no train drivers.
Bullet trains, sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Fastest
Crazy.
trains in the world, aren't they?
Every 5 minutes they come or something. It's crazy. Like.
Yeah. I'd love to go. It's on my bucket list now. I'd love to go
Some country.
I'd love to go that far to Japan. Yeah, I think it's.
Do you ever think Ireland will get a world class manager again, Johnny? Like someone like Trapattoni, like that at that time. But
Well, it's hard to know.
Who would you give the job to now if he come up in the morning?
I thought myself that John O'Shea should have got. Give him a chance, sure. He knows all the younger players coming up.
Would you give it to him?
I would have
do you
given
think
him.
that's a link that's so important now that he knows the younger players coming up?
Yeah, I think it is.
It's an advantage to John O'Shea rather than not a
Well,
disadvantage
I think that was a good
to
thing.
the current manager.
The new man done was keep John O'Shea there with him.
Yeah.
He insisted on that, didn't
Yeah,
he?
I did, yeah. He drove down to Waterford to see him, sure.
Yeah.
That was a good move, I thought. Because you have to
But
keep...
it's hard to come into international scene, Johnny, with
especially with...
your own backroom staff.
Yeah.
Like you're not working with them every week. You only have them every so often, do you know?
Yeah.
I see O'Shea would have known these fellas.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you know what it is though, Johnny, and just to play devil's advocate, like the idea with Stephen Kenny was he's taken through the 21s.
Yeah.
Like it didn't really work out for him, like.
No. That's a big step up.
Would they have said the same, say, for O'Shea? Well, sure, do you know?
Did he do an under 21 setup, Paul, do you know? He
O'Shea
just
was
went straight
involved.
in.
No, O'Shea was involved the whole way up, right?
Yeah.
From 16, 17s, 19s. Was he 19s?
Do you think
13s?
the Kenny effect affected his
Yeah,
appointment?
I think it possibly could have, yeah. I probably didn't explain it. Thanks, Papa, for...
Yeah, because he was involved with him there.
Because he's involved with him, yeah. I personally wouldn't have given it to O'Shea. I would have given it to the highest profile available.
Well, we don't even know who that is, do we?
I would have went for a Mourinho or...
Should have were after Carsley there.
Carsley would have been perfect.
Because he was never going to get the England job.
No,
Not
but
a- not in a million
I don't
years.
think Carsley thought that though.
Yeah.
Looking at Southgate and the way it went for him, do you know? But I would have.
That could affect him now because
I seen someone make a point there the other day about Stephen Bradley
yeah,
that his success in Europe and the way he's going at Rovers, he should be
considered.
considered for that.
Yeah, but then look at Kenny done well with Dundalk.
Yeah,
So he didn't really work out.
yeah. I
It's a
don't.
big difference.
Yeah,
Sure,
no,
look
you're
at
right.
Carsley, did he win the tournament with England under 21s?
He did.
Yeah, he did,
won the
yeah.
Didn't he?
Euro
He won the
Yeah.
Euro Championships
He
under
did, yeah.
21s. It was like, this lad is step by step, he's going to eventually get there.
Yeah, but then you have to look
What
at
did
the
he get?
players.
3
had.
games?
He look at the players he had over there.
Yeah. But sure, it's a poison chalice, really, Janet, isn't it?
Yeah,
The England job.
Like the players he picked in the game he got beaten by, was it Greece beat them 2-0?
yeah.
And the players he picked the best attacking players available on the day in the front 6 positions.
Yeah.
And they got bet 2-0 by Greece. And then they were saying he shouldn't have played too too many attacking players in the team.
No,
If he doesn't play the attacking players, it's too defensive.
Yeah.
Like, you can't win over there.
No.
You never could, though, Johnny,
I'm sure
could you?
they have the tournament won before they go to it.
They do,
Yeah.
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 And
Right,
that's
Keane
always
speaks
going to
brilliant
be-
about ITV about it.
But that's always going to be the way.
Semi-final.
What was the yarn that used to go around years ago that the best team on paper, and someone says to replace Wembley with grass team on paper? It's the only way they're going to win something.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
That's enough about them, anyway. I could go. My mind is 150 miles an hour.
Yeah,
I can't lie to you. I don't even know what questions to ask you.
You should write a book, Johnny.
How much holidays do you get in work a year?
I'm supposed to get 4 weeks, 5 weeks.
20 days.
Yeah.
How much do you take?
Why should I go when they're playing it, say?
Is there any panic? There's no panic in work. They're all okay, and
They don't really mind. They know.
and does it come out with your Does it come out with your holidays? Like,
You wouldn't get paid sometimes, but you'll just go.
Even the home games, is it a bit of a session for you still?
No, I'd go up there on the bus. They're usually Kavanagh's bus. And then come back to Haven or night.
Into work the next day?
Well, I go on the next morning again.
you wouldn't. It's how has that changed your application in relation to? I'm here for a good time now. Like, do you think that's changed over the years as well?
It's nearly the same.
Well, sure, there's even like people walking into a stadium with a coffee rather than a pint,
Yeah.
looking at a match. You know what I mean? Bringing their young lads, and there's more people driving the games and parking. You see all the hockey clubs and tennis clubs and soccer clubs around.
That's right, yeah.
The Aviva, they're sold out at tenner a car, like.
Yeah.
Do you know?
The last one I was at was actually a Blackjack and Dakar. Was the last
Tenner,
Ireland
yeah.
game I was
Yeah.
at. We parked in the hockey club there.
The hockey club, yeah.
Yeah.
But I remember I was at a game years ago it was 2 Sundays in a row. First Sunday I went to it, I had £200 in my pocket. Put my hand in my pocket, it was gone.
Stolen.
Yeah, coming out of the game
Where was this?
in Lansdowne Road. I went back to the pub with the boys and I says, I've no money, lads, after being pickpocketed.
Go ahead.
Yeah, but anyway, I got £20 off one of the boys. Anyway, we were training Burn Celtic the following Tuesday night, and one of the lads I was with him the Sunday. He says, "Did you see the Evening Press, the newspaper?" I said, "No." He says, "See where all the pickpockets were caught outside Lansdowne Road Sunday evening?" I says, "But just give me that paper, lad." I brought it down to the local guard in Ballin, and I showed it to him. And I told him the story what happened. He looked at it. "Ooh," he says, "I might be able to do something for you, and I might not." In fairness, about a month after he rings me, he says to me, "You have to go to a court in Dublin, but you have to go to a sergeant's house in Naas first." I went to this man's house, drove on up in the car, and went into this man's house and shook hands. I told him, "Liam Shanahan, the guard, sent me up here." He says, "Are you the man who was supposed to have the money?" He says, "Can you explain?" He opened his drawer and showed me all the stuff, stolen stuff. He says, "You may come with me to Dublin. I can't give you that now." And I went on to the court with him. And the judge asked me what was there and that, but I didn't tell him the truth anyway. But I got it back. I got the money back in the court.
Go ahead.
Yeah, but only that man got me the Even Press, and I brought it to the local guard. I would never got it.
Did you tell him it was 200?
Yeah.
500, he said.
No, there was 10 £20 notes and elastic band around them.
Right.
And I got it back. And the next Sunday we went up in the van at home, a high-ace van, one of the work vans. We took all the tools out for myself and another two lads. We left one thing in the back of it. You remember
A hammer.
No,
Yes, Mr. Man.
no, 100 weight. You remember the bag of cement?
Yeah.
The heavy- the heavy-
Yeah.
And we came around the turn after the game. We parked down near the Burlington, and two lads jumped out the back of the van,
No way.
young lads. And your man ran after one lads with me and took out the bag of cement. Lads just forgot this. They started shouting at him, but they had all the wires stripped in the van, in the dash.
They're trying to
I
jump
seen
it.
a bus, Loughlin Bridge, County Carlow, and I went over to the bus and got up and I said, "Lads, is there anyone a mechanic here?" But some young lad was on anyway. He came down, got the van going. He says, "You'll have no lights, indicators, nothing, but we'll get this home." But we got the van home anyway. But it was lucky it was in the middle of July. It wasn't dark till 11 o'clock at night.
No indicators, lights, no.
Well, we got
Is there a
home.
mechanic on this bus?
We got home anyway. But 2 Sundays, one after the other.
Go ahead, you're pickpocketed.
Hungry in Malta. I will never forget.
Yeah.
But I got the money back and we got the van sorted anyway. So there was no panic.
You've had more trouble in Dublin at Ireland's games than you've had abroad.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Would you go back to America if they got to that World Cup in America?
Oh, sure, you'd have to.
Did you like it?
I did, yeah. But American people are queer though. they're not as nice as the Japanese people, I think.
Were you based in New York when you were over there?
Oh, we were, yeah.
What's the thing in New York?
The thing about America at that time, they weren't really as much into soccer as they are now.
Yeah, it was a secondary sport.
And
yeah,
America's so big.
Yeah.
It's fucking massive. Oh, I'd say this time, if to get there, you're talking savage money.
Oh, ridiculous.
Yeah, a lot of people won't be able to afford it.
No, you wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
You'd have to sell your house nearly to go.
I'm sure it's a deposit of the house nearly the whole trip, isn't
it
it?
is, yeah,
If you got the 3 root games, like,
Yeah.
between tickets, flights and accommodation and
The
all
only way
that.
around America is to fly. It's so big.
I drove it during the summer. Anyway,
Yeah.
it's another story.
Right, lad.
Come here, tell me this. Give me a round figure, right? Hit me with a round figure. How much did you spend?
I just, I can.
Roughly.
I don't know.
What, you're talking just flights and accommodation, Patch, or just
No.
how much
say-
did Japan cost you? How much
Say,
did America cost you?
I'll give it handier. Give me an average cost per trip. So if you was to say, for instance, if a World Cup was 600 and a home game was 100, well, then the average would be 250 or 300, right? So give me an average.
I'd say the average we're doing the away games for was about 300. Because he'd done everything as cheap as he could. Flights and hotels and
I'd say you would have slept in a bed and nails, would you?
we would sleep anywhere.
Yeah.
In a tent or anywhere.
Remember that Friday, Johnny?
As Chairman says, we're not fussy.
We're not fussy, yeah.
So 300 average per trip.
Yeah, well, that's something. But
Yeah, but,
it
I mean-
goes up and down.
Like you're in.
What did Japan cost you? Like from start?
I won't say that because there'll be people at home might listen should be giving out. I won't say.
Where was it? Jeremiah was attacked in South Africa.
I was, yeah.
What happened there?
He was coming outside
Remember
the
that patch?
stadium.
The World Cup 2010.
There was a 10.
Yeah.
Were you over 2010 World Cup?
No, Ireland, I wouldn't go if Ireland are not there.
Would you not?
Ireland didn't
Good
qualify,
man.
yeah, and he went anyway, didn't he?
Oh, I came outside the stadium and he told me these big fellas came around him and held a knife up to his neck and he got a fright that time. Because I got a phone call from the Star newspaper and this man says to me, I heard you were a friend of Gorodmar.
Right.
And I says, I am. And he says he's after being in some sort of an accident in South Africa. And he didn't know at the time. He says, what happened? And I says, I'm not giving you information about that man because his brother and sister are in Ireland here.
Yeah.
If they see something wrote there,
Yeah, of course.
where did
Yeah,
you get that from?
yeah.
I said, I'm not mentioning one word about him. But he came back
Yeah.
to me 3 or 4 days after he told me he was robbed. And I asked her about after and he got a fright. He told me that's all he said. He told me what happened.
What, knife point, was it?
Yeah.
Took everything he had.
Yeah, but sure. Going out there, it's different out there on your own.
Sure, lads died out there making them stadiums and everything.
Oh,
Oh,
Jesus.
They used to turn it. I worked with a South African guy at the time they were building the stadiums for it. And say in an area where they were building a stadium for the World Cup, electricity be switched off in that area between say 2 and 6.
Jesus.
So they could run the power tools and run all this to build the
Same
stadium.
out in Qatar there when they were building them.
That was nuts though, Johnny.
Sure,
That,
they
that
don't know,
Qatar
they
thing
won't
was
say how
nuts.
many people died there
Oh,
either.
no, they won't. That
They
was
never will.
crazy.
What's money talk? Money.
Yeah.
It's all money now.
100%.
That's why the
That
next
was a
one.
bad one, wasn't it?
Wow.
I didn't like that tournament.
No,
I was fond of it, yeah. I think, yeah. I liked it. Christmas time. I liked it.
Not for me.
That's the greatest World Cup final ever played.
Is it?
I'd say
100%.
The club managers don't like it going on at that time of the year.
Yeah. Would you agree with that? France and Argentina.
Yeah, I thought it was a great game. I thought the wrong team lost.
Yeah, but I fancied Argentina from the very start. But yeah, France, yeah.
On the day.
Well, if you
They were slightly the better team, weren't they?
Well, but if you look at Di Maria's goal, like there was 2 or 3 France mistakes around the middle of the park led to that goal. That would never happen over 6 games. They're my
Normally, no, over a campaign you wouldn't get.
Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean? We've come to the time now where. Do you have any other stories though before I go and ask your best 11? You must have laws, Johnny. We shouldn't have to ask questions
Should
here.
we be here all night? Keep telling me stories.
Listen.
I want to see Liverpool and Forest.
Okay, right. Give us one more story before we go through your 11. You must have laws. This could be quite part 2 here, Pop.
Let me think now. Yeah, Jesus.
You must having some crack with Kevin Barry.
Oh, trips of
The
lifetime.
man is skitting from the moment he wakes up to the time
I
he goes
remember
to
the
sleep.
time we
Skitting.
Oh, skitting. Haney, what about you, Haney? Didn't he? He's all the time different languages and different accents and
Is he still going to the games?
his son goes to an odd game.
yeah.
He goes and Peter Archibald and Mick Kavanagh plays the music there.
Right.
He goes with them men still.
Okay.
Was that who he goes with now? Yeah.
Yeah. But he'd come if he wanted to come with us. He'd come with us. So he would.
Is there like a yearly open that you can get into that group to go travel to all these hurling games?
There you go, you Pod.
Yeah. Can I be in your gang?
Yeah.
And any more yarns though before I go get your best 11? I know there's loads in that mind of yours. I always smirk in your face.
You need to trigger something, you see.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know, but it's probably too many.
What if I said the word prostitutes?
No comment. No comment.
Ladies of the night, Pod. Ladies of the night. Curb crawlers there.
Do you think there's more memories left in you?
Oh, there is, yeah. I'd have to think of them, though.
As in, do you think that you'll make more memories?
Oh, I hope so.
You're like from the first game you went to watch, as you mentioned, to now, is your graw the same? Is your love the same for it?
I would only the football is not the same anymore.
Yeah.
And personnel that's with you is not the same.
No.
There is some of the lads still
Okay.
there, but a few of the older lads, and I think the younger people coming up is different.
Well,
I don't know the younger people as well.
Yeah,
you
the
see.
expectation, though, Johnny,
See.
no matter who Ireland are playing at the moment, is just I hope they can get some kind of result here today.
Yeah.
And that's a honest thing to say, but it's not a nice feeling going to games all the time, is it?
No.
Like, no matter who they're playing,
If you're getting
because
better,
other teams have
you get
developed as
tired
well.
of it, people won't stay looking at it.
People want to watch winners, Johnny.
Yeah,
I know.
winners. That's the way it's gone.
They want to watch competitors.
Yeah, people that
They
try.
want to have a chance, don't you?
Yeah.
And they don't have a chance of qualifying at the moment, unless they get a couple of freak results in one campaign,
Yeah.
which is a France away or a Portugal away where they beat them or get 4 points of a game like that.
That game in Amsterdam,
Yeah.
in the qualifiers for the O2 World Cup. Like that, for me, that was I was 14 or 15 that time. McAteer and Robbie Keane scored. Like that was 2-0 up. That was a massive shock. Like you're at that match.
Oh yeah. I just remember one more thing.
Go on. I knew there was one.
We qualified. I think it was for USA in '94, the last game above in Dublin. But anyway, Ger was with me, but they used to come up, collect us in Ballin on the bus. Johnny Dunn used to be running the bus up from Donegal,
Aye.
Derry Rovers, and they used to stop for us in Ballin. A lad from Bob was the man's name from Bunclody, used to drive the bus. But sure, we ended up in Copperface Jack's, but we took the keys off the bus driver. And we says, "You're not going home tonight." We took the keys and pulled up. We told him we were going to get chips or something. We into this nightclub, 7 o'clock the next morning we arrived home. I'll never forget.
Did you go to work?
We beaches, we didn't. We went to Tulla.
Early house. Took the keys of the bus driver.
Would you still go to Tullow for a pint?
I would. I used to love going in when we would be playing Parkville. We used to always go back to JJ's after the game. JJ'd always have the soup and the sandwiches there.
Yeah.
Do you listen to this podcast?
I do, yeah.
Did you listen to Cobbs' episode?
I did. I know.
Do you have any comments to make on the Christmas morning statement he made?
I remember that. I won't say anything about that.
Why?
Oh, no.
Do you remember it?
I remember.
Did it happen?
I did.
What drove you to his house on Christmas morning?
I just don't know. It's just one of them things.
You were looking for insight.
Yeah.
What's your next team?
Come here, give us your best 11 there. Oh, it doesn't have. It can be any player you worked with, Oscars, any player that would have played against
You're not
Burn
doing
Celtic.
Ballin, are you?
Well, there'll probably be some lads from Ballin.
Right.
Yeah.
What shape are you playing?
I'd go for 4-4-2. I don't like leaving out lads' names
Yeah, he said it to me.
Yeah.
because I worked with so many good players out in Ballin. They were nearly all the same to me
Yeah.
because you leave out a lad now and he could follow with you.
Yeah.
There'd be no one following up with you. I would.
Well, the best goalkeeper, I think, in the league, and myself, was Kevin O'Connor. Between him and Gavin Dowland, he's living in New York now.
He was Ballin, Burn Celtic. Yeah.
He played Oscar Traynor. He was playing that day in Waterford.
Yeah.
For you.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Good goalie.
Very good, yeah.
Big man, yeah. The best right back. Just I've seen some good ones. I'd say nothing. He played for Burn as well. Tom Butler. Nothing had passed him.
No.
Tough man.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Good on the ball.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just the basics, right, Podge? Just,
Yeah.
like, if you go by once, you won't go by the second time.
Right, okay.
It was like,
The-
you can't run without legs. Simple as that.
The best left back I seen, I thought myself now, was Paul McCarthy. Lord have mercy on him.
Jim Mackery, yeah.
Stratford.
Yeah, super player.
Got mentioned a few times, right?
Yeah, super player.
This,
But same intensity, wasn't it, Johnny, all the time for every game?
yeah. And centre backs, I seen some very good ones in my day. Davy Shannon has to be one of them.
Jana was good, yeah.
Yeah.
Madman.
Yeah. And beside him, I could go for anyone. Sean Brennan of Cray Yard.
Very good, yeah.
Got killed in Dan Mercy's after.
Lord mercy on him. We mentioned a lot of times, well, Popper,
Few
right?
times, yeah. Played against him, yeah. Very good, yeah. Gentleman.
Yeah.
The goods are taking you.
2 centre midfielders. Any Pat's lads on this
You
now?
say that man across beside you.
You're joking me.
Yeah.
You're joking me.
Jesus Christ.
I'm glad this is on camera, because I swear to God, you're blushing now.
Am I?
You're like a Cheshire cat. Tell you the truth, you hadn't got a clue, Johnny. You're the only person I thought. I'm only joking. Papa in the middle. Who's beside him?
I'd have to say, and he played for Burn Celtic years ago. He nearly every season he scored 15 or 16 goals from centre midfield with Tom Nolan, Tom DeBow.
Tom, yeah.
He has to be on.
Great man for a goal, wasn't he?
Yeah, some man.
Like you'd look over the course of a season, you said, did he get 12 or 14 goals? But then it was like every single year he got 12 or 14.
Yeah.
He was just consistently very, very. He was an 8 out of 10 every week.
Yeah.
Good player, yeah. Another tough man.
Oh yeah.
On the left.
But there was only one player, Alan Kelly.
You played
him
him on the left,
yeah.
or you played him up front. Played him on the left.
Yeah.
How good was he really, though?
He was the best player I seen from Carlow to Carlow.
Oh, yeah, it's.
Could he have went further than League of Ireland if he got an opportunity?
He probably should have had if he had went a little bit earlier.
Right.
When he was a bit
Yeah,
younger.
sir, 90, I think Alan's a couple of years older than me, so 97 he would have been.
Yeah.
So he would have been nearly 20, was he? 21 maybe. Where you're probably old going at that stage, you know. But I think it's another classic example, Podge, if he got the coaching as a younger age, say 12, 14 or whatever it is, and to be developed, his development came quicker. I think because he just had a natural instinct to score a goal, go buy a player, beat him. If you wanted to fight with him, he'd fight with you. He had every attribute you wanted. He was as good as players I ever played against anyway. Brilliant.
On the right, Johnny?
I'd have to put what do you call him from Cray Yard in there as well. Budsy Marr.
Budsy, yeah. Great player too, wasn't he?
Oh, savage. Some man take free kicks.
Yeah.
Always
on the money, wasn't it?
Yeah, a tough man as well.
Oh, tough man.
Yeah.
Another man for goals, boys.
A chap probably had a reputation of someone, he wouldn't go in for tackles or around like that.
He went in all right.
But I used to always say, try and kick him there, lads. Try and catch him. You won't get him. Do you know? And he'd give it to you in 2 seconds.
He was a winner, though. You know, he
loved
winning. He loved winning.
And look, it probably sounds like I'm kissing his arse, but I think the fact that he's such a winner oozed into that Cray Yard team national won the league.
Yeah, he brought his stamp on it, didn't he?
100%.
Yeah.
100%. 2 strikers.
I'd have to go for Ray Shannon.
Oh, yeah.
I love Ray.
How good was Ray?
Savvy, big, strong man, great man in the air.
Yeah.
Great feet, though, Johnny, as well. He wasn't just like, because he was 6 foot 3 or 4.
Player.
Yeah.
Great man to hold up the ball.
Such great feet. Like.
Yeah.
Did Ray go anywhere, play anywhere?
I don't remember now.
Just Parkville.
Yeah.
Who's beside him?
Well, I could have put 12 on the team.
Yeah.
You can mention
you can name 2 or 3 teams, couldn't you?
Yeah. I'd go for, if I had 2 lads to play, if I could name another 2, I'd have to go for Stephen Curry and Jacko Murphy.
From Cray Yard, your man.
Sure. Yeah, a few lads said to me, I said to the Johnny coming over about the players. We were having the chat in the car and I picked them up and he just different players and Jacko Murphy and Alan Kelly and Mikey Cooney and all that. But some people said to me about Asher's better than Jacko. In my opinion, Jacko was better than him and Johnny agreed with me. I just think he was a brilliant
Jacko
player.
was in your team, right?
Jacko was older than me, but he was in the Oscar Trainer team.
He was,
But the team you picked.
Oh, he was in my team, yeah.
Yeah.
100%, yeah. Middle of the
I
field.
remember we were playing Oscar Trainer and we were in the dressing room and Jerry Bickerstaff says, is there anyone going to hit that fucking Billy Welch? Billy Welch was playing for Kilkenny.
Yeah.
And Jacko stands up in the corner. I'll do him for you, Jerry.
Yeah.
Jacko
And
Murphy
he
said.
fucking would.
And Davy Shannon that was played for us was beside him and the last of him in the corner.
Yeah. Jacko come home after. Remember we went up in Rathfilem, Johnny? We come home in the bus. We went into Scraggs. We were drinking Scraggs then in Rathfilem. And so Jacko was with me for 2 days in the beer then.
Where?
Yeah, we ended up. That was we come home and went up on a Friday. Come home on a Sunday morning, I think. Sunday in Scraggs and a Monday in Scraggs.
He's abroad. He's in England now, right?
He was playing with Hayes the last time. I know he was playing with Hayes in a conference when he left Ireland that time.
He's in England a good few years.
He's in England a long time now.
Well, that's your 11. That's your story. And I think there could be another part of that, Johnny, to be
yeah.
fair. No, I think you held a lot of stuff in there. No, you were kind of sussing us out before you tell us anything.
Yeah, we'll have to trigger his memory, won't we?
Yeah. And it's incredible. I genuinely think it's incredible. Even if you were to remove your involvement, remove your involvement from following Ireland or remove your involvement from Burn Celtic, I mean, your time in the game is still, I think, unmeasured.
Oh, yeah.
To be honest.
Oh, sure. What is it, 20 trophies and what?
24 years. Like, that is...
There's some comeback from a manager, yeah.
And I haven't got one. Imagine.
Should we get him on this year?
Yeah, you never know. We're on the way anyway.
If he doesn't, he's sacked.
Yeah, Podge versus Papa. It's that
Right,
time of the podcast.
It's time
Yeah,
for
listen.
Two
Podge
Peas in a
39,
podcast.
Papa
Podge
33.
versus Papa.
9
Sponsored by
minus 3.
Kelly.
That's
Whatever
6
for, if I
points.
lose this, right,
That's 6
I'm
points.
going to call
clear.
him Mark Mara. Mark Mara is doing a forfeit with me.
Why?
Because he drew me the last kick of the game, banged us down.
Well, you make
I'm only
excuses.
no.
Okay, I'm up first this week. Burn versus Hanover.
What to do it to us, Go ahead, yeah.
Saturday night. Des Clark's going to Burn Celtic, did I hear?
I believe, yeah. Is he, Johnny?
He is, yeah.
You'll have him organised.
Yeah. He might have a couple of new players in there, I think.
Does he?
That's what I heard now, I don't know.
I think Burn Celtic have to win. I think they have to win. But I think you're sneakily going okay. 2-0 for majority game on Sunday. I'm going to go for
Take your time, Podge.
a 1-1 draw.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. What are you going for, Pop?
I'm going for 2-1 to Hanover.
Johnny, what do you think?
I don't like saying too much now. I think it could be a draw. It could be 1-1.
Yeah.
Bagnallstown, St. Pat's. Down at Bagnallstown. I'll go 2-1 Pats. I think that's going to be a tasty affair, Pop. What do you think?
It'll be tough.
I think it'll be very
Yeah.
tough.
Bagnallstown will play to their strengths in a pitch that's not great. But I still think Pats will get the job done.
Score is...
3-1 to Pats.
Johnny, what do you think?
I think it could be a very tricky game for Pats now.
It could be.
Yeah, I think it's
Because
asking.
if you want to win the league, they're the places you have to win it.
Yeah.
100% correct.
And if Danny Dyle is back,
Oh, so he's back,
Yeah.
yeah, he'll be a different kettle of fish for them down there, especially on that pitch.
Oh,
It'll
absolutely.
be, I tell you what it'll be the Pats when Pats played Critty Yard. Critty Yard didn't perform that day. Pats played in 6-2, was it that? 6-4, was it?
6-4.
6-4. Pats didn't, or Critty Yard didn't perform. But this will be a proper shift for the St. Pat's defence, especially the centre defenders against Danny Dyle. He'll occupy the 4 lads on his own, but
I wouldn't be surprised if it's a 2-2 draw.
You're going for a Desmond.
a Desmond.
Yeah.
Newark versus Parkville.
You fear for Parkville here, Podge.
Huh?
Go ahead.
You fear for Parkville? Oh, I think they have to get up and go on, Pop. I really do. But that Newark machine. Have you watched that Newark? What do you think of the current Newark team? Have you watched them?
I have watched them. I don't think they were as good as they were maybe 2 seasons ago.
Oh, do you?
No, they've no centre forward.
Okay.
I think. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
I said it
Cody
many
Mahal
times.
fella's something major lost to them.
Yeah.
Good player, wasn't he, Johnny?
Yeah, but I don't think Lee Walker's there now either, is he?
No.
See, they're two good players.
Yeah.
It's hard to replace players like them.
You wouldn't replace either of them,
No.
in my opinion.
But I still think Newark would be a bit too strong for them. I go 2-0 Newark.
I'm going to go 3-1 Newark. What are you going for, Paul?
4-0 to Newark.
Big show. Big show, Pop. We have Kilree versus Cretty down in Kilree. I'm going to shock you now. I'm going to go for Desmond.
Critty Yard have a lot of draws, a lot of injuries, don't they?
I think this time of the year, Kilree is the hardest place to go to in Ireland. I think.
I still think, yeah. 1-0 to Critty.
Johnny, what are you saying?
I think Cray will win 2-0.
2-0 Cretty.
They've done it before.
I meant to ask you, what do you think of the standard of the league now?
It's not bad now. It's better than one team running away with it the whole time.
Yeah.
You need 2 or 3 fighting up there.
Yeah.
One team
It
winning.
makes the league stronger, doesn't it,
Oh,
Johnny?
it does, yeah. When you have one team running away with it, it's not good.
No.
when we were winning the leagues that time, there wasn't much in them. There was only, it went down nearly the last games as well.
It would have been.
Them days, Johnny, there was no one winning a league with 4 or 5 games to go.
No.
It was unheard of.
Critty Yard, Burn Celtic, St. Pat's, Strefford. Any of them four could have won that league over a span of, say, 10 years.
Oh, yeah.
It was close. Fixtures for next week, Paul. Big one tomorrow night. What are you saying? Are you going tomorrow night, Johnny? Carlow Kilkenny. Oscar Trainers.
I don't know. I could be walking. If I'm around, I'd be ahead.
What do you think?
I'm looking forward to it, Podge.
Yeah.
I don't know much about Kilkenny.
It'll be a good game. Kilkenny will be hungry.
Yeah.
They're sore. Like they're listening to the boys here last week.
There's an expectation, isn't there?
Well, there's an expectation on Kilkenny because they don't like getting bet by Carlow especially, but at the end of the day, Carlow is not too bad. You know, they have a good squad of players, and I think Kilkenny will be hungry, but I also think Carlow will be hungry too. I think Carlow know what they have to do, and it's on the home ground in St. Pat's. Look, it could go either way. There's no one saying Kilkenny can't win. Of course they can win. But we created a lot of scoring opportunities in the last game, Podge, against them, and I think if we take our chances this time, we could win again. And it's a great incentive for both teams as well, because if you win, you have at least 2 more games in the competition.
Yeah, and I suppose nice to be in it at that stage after Christmas.
Of course
right?
it is, yeah. Of course it is. Yeah, so looking forward to the game.
Looking forward to it myself. Vale Wanderers versus St. Pat's in the Ladies League. That's Friday night. Into the Saturday, you have in the youths, you have Critty Yard, Joseph's, Bagnallstown, Burn, Felix, Clash, and who's winning that? Oh, Hanover are running away.
They're playing Gorey Saturday.
Yeah, I was going to say they're playing Gorey, yeah. In the Division 2, Pat's Norwalk, Joseph's B, Parkville, Ballymurphy, Bagnallstown. In the youths, Hanover, Harps versus Gorey, as you mentioned. In the girls under 18s league, Vale Wanderers, Nurney, Ballymurphy, St. Felix. In the Premier, Burn Celtic versus Hanover Saturday night, and our Felix A versus Mill Celtic Saturday night as well. They are.
That is the played final.
Played final Saturday night,
yeah.
in the Meadows in Greg, yeah. Ballymurphy versus Dolman. That is 6:30 kickoff. It's an early kickoff. On the Sunday then you have the Carlow Cup. Burn Celtic B versus Nurney Villa. Who's already beat him out there, Johnny?
Andy Mannion, I think he's from Ratho.
Okay.
He was involved with the youths. I think he's a very good man now.
Is he, yeah?
Yeah. He's after, they were getting Pierce Hydens last season.
Oh, the word, yeah.
He's after turning them around a bit.
That's good, yeah.
He's a good man, I think, now.
Bagnallstown B, Ballymurphy B, Hanover B, Collection B, and Joseph's FC versus Wolf Hill. The cup, magic of the cup, bite. Is that Division 1 and Division 2 sides that are in there, or is it just Division 2 and 3 down, is it?
What's that, in the Carlow Cup?
Yeah, it must be. I don't know, I'm sure Brian will text me later on telling me I was wrong. I'm only joking. And Sunday in the Premier then you have Noak and Parkville, Kilree, Critty Yard, Bagnallstown versus Pats, Slaney versus Pats B in Division 1. In Division 2, Castle Rangers, Felix B, Parkville B, Critty Yard B, Dolman Celtic B, Noak B. And then the Ladies League on Sunday, Nurney Villa, Parkville, Critty Yard, Ballymurphy, and Mill Celtic against New Park. Brilliant.
Very good.
Once again, lads, a massive thanks to Amplify for giving us this facility and coming on board with us. It's absolutely excellent. The support last week for the live show was outstanding.
Yeah, great feedback.
Thanks so much for the support. We're still, the Buy Me Coffee's still open, boys. This isn't cheap. Getting boys no coffee there. And seriously, a massive thanks to James and Paddy for coming on board with us and introducing us to this fantastic facility. And everyone, thanks so much for support. Johnny, thanks so much for coming on.
Pleasure, Johnny. Yeah,
it's been
great
great
respect for you over the years. Love playing against your teams, and you're a well respected man in the Carlow League, and
he is now because you met his team.
Well, respected before that. But it's great to see you, Johnny, and hopefully we'll see you on the sideline in the future.
Oh, you never know.
Well, don't be a stranger anyway. If you want to come back on, if you have a few more stories come into your own mind, you want to come back on.
We can do an Irish episode only, Johnny.
Yeah.
Just open up that mind of yours.
Tell you what we'll do. We'll do a watch along. I'm sure. Come here, so you won't be at. You'll be at the match. You can't come.
Lads, travel with him, Podge.
Yeah, we could travel with him. Yeah. Listen, lads, as always, not my podcast.
I want to go on the freight train. You, Podge.
Papa, I'm doing her slow.
Oh, I want to go on the freight train with Johnny.
The only train you're going on was the train to prison somewhere.
It is, yeah.
As always, not my podcast.
Not my podcast.
It's Carlow Soccer's podcast. It's your podcast, lads. Thanks very much. Good luck and God bless.
Best stuff. Thanks, boys.
That's full time on this episode of the How Is He podcast. Available on all podcasting platforms. Find us on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter/X. Proudly sponsored by Carlow Sports. For more information, contact Shane@carlowsports.com or check out their website, carlowsports.com.